Oh, oh. All right, almost ready. Just need to pee. Okay, just gotta put on a shirt. Can't do this naked. Also getting really cold. Hey. Alright guys, hey, welcome to the stream. Sorry for coming back so late. I made sure to eat first. Alright, let this run first. Oh, it's already over. Phantom!
Nims can give Nil some extreme luck for Thor, right? 8.
Good luck on getting Thor and her Thor thighs. My goodness, is she hot. I haven't looked at her yet, but I mean, we've seen hints of her, what she's like, so it's actually be amazing. But yeah, good luck. All right. Black Friday's almost over. Oh, I mean, Black Friday's over. It's Cyber Monday, almost over. All right, I think we're good to go. Oh, okay, I'm good. Alright, we're about to start. New heroes are out.
Yes, they are.
Legion.
Hello.
Oh yeah, an update's found. All right, let me grab the update.
Of course.
All right. I haven't looked at them yet, but I'm really excited.
I don't think there's anything particularly like jaw-dropping that we don't already know. As far as I know so far.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's not exactly a big update. That said, other update notifications should be within a couple days, so there's that.
Yes, the big month start.
Yep.
Phantom, you only have 10. Phantom wanted me to bless him with some luck for summoning Thor, and then he tells me he has 10 orbs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not a miracle worker.
A.
Body Sweeper, welcome back for... Are my eyes... 28 months! Thank you so much. I can't wait to play zombie games with you, which, by the way, I'll announce it tomorrow so we can plan it out a bit better. Last week got really messed up. But thank you so much and welcome back.
What now?
New hero should be starting on the 7th. Update should be on the 5th. Ergo, between now and the 5th is the notification. That being Sunday. So, you could probably expect it probably tomorrow-ish.
Okay.
But we'll see, because of course we have a Fae channel to expect as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, tomorrow? Wait, what's tomorrow?
The update notification or
okay.
Fae channel could be within the next 3 days-ish. Or so. It depends on what they plan on doing.
When was it last year?
I don't remember. I remember the Fae channel being awfully close, but I don't remember the update notification.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I think the Fae channel happened very early on, but it was just, like, refines. And then the update, the actual Fae channel, I think was just a couple hours before trailer. It was a weird time.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We'll see.
Alright guys, I'll just give people like 3 minutes and we'll start. I already have everything ready to go. Edited and everything. But yeah. For people who weren't aware, we already did a 6.5 hour stream early in the day. So I was just making sure I ate before streaming again. I was watching Impulsor play Galgun 2. which is a great game, of course.
Of course.
That no one can ever find fault with.
Nope.
But yeah, that game, I actually do want to play it on VR someday. No announcement, gang. Oh yeah, no mods right now. All right, I might as well make the announcement. Let me get a fan art image.
A curse on you! With this dance, you'll be enchanted. A curse on you!
Yeah, there's almost no extra information this time around.
That's good. That really does mean the Fae channel's coming then.
Yep.
A curse on you!
Impulsor, what happened to you? I was just heating up my food and all of a sudden you were gone. But yeah, there's the man of the hour, Impulsor. For those who don't know, Impulsor was what the fuck? Why am I on all these hot girl images? For those who don't know, Impulsor was playing Galgun 2, which possibly, I don't know whoever thought of that game, but they're a genius for thinking it up. Great game. I agree. I actually want to get it sometime. I always just assumed you get in trouble for playing that game though. All right, guys. That's the wrong screen. There you go. Who is this? I just found an image of her while I was googling up Eitri. Who is this?
Is that Fire Emblem Cypher? I wouldn't be able to tell you.
I don't know who she is, but she's hot, that's for sure. Can anyone identify her? You know what they say? A bunch of random people on the internet will figure anything out. But yeah, who is she? I googled Eitri and she showed up as one of the heroes near one of the characters in one of the images.
Might be Eitri from a different game? I don't know.
Eitri in a different game. Just keep gender bending them. By the way, if you just search Eitri by itself, you actually get Eitri from the Marvel Universe.
Yep.
From Infinity Wars.
Yep.
All right. Okay, we're good to go. I think that's enough gazing. I'm just double checking to see if I'm done my dailies, which I should be. I always double check because I always feel like I forget something, and sometimes you do forget something. All right, looks good to me. All right, let's begin this then. Looks like one of the FE cards. If it is, this is super lewd. Google search it, you dope.
Lewd stuff before on Cypher.
Yeah, this is from Google though. Oh, this is wrong image. Wow, it's so clean now. I never realized, but like we've made so many changes that things are so clean now.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm almost done. I'm always surprised they give us level 1 stats. I think it's to help people calc, but like it honestly doesn't matter.
It is to help calc IVs.
Yeah,
It's actually the only way you'll know it. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I guess there may not be a notification if precedence is to be set.
Yeah, last year, when was Datamine?
I couldn't tell you that either.
I can't remember.
Well, good job, team. All right, I'm gonna put up some fire music actually. Let's. Okay, guys, it is Datamine time. It took a while, but we're finally ready to go. And we have 2 heroes. Man, it feels so weird because while I was eating, I was thinking to myself, this should be fast. Actually, before I was eating, I was like, maybe I should just do it first. This should be fast. And I remembered, wait a second, it's 2 heroes. It's not going to be that fast.
Well, their stats, spoiler alert, their stats are the same as they were in everything else, so.
Yeah.
Wait, I always thought it was like off by like 3 to 4 points. But no, we have both of those heroes.
It used to be kind of like that, but more recently they've been close, if not perfectly the same.
Okay. So, sure. Because, yeah, we fought Eitri already. We fought Thor. Though with Thor, it was kind of harder to... Yeah, no, you know what? Yeah, that looks really identical. We checked out Thor's stats yesterday as well.
Yeah.
All right. You know, I really want Dagger on the left side of all this. Because it's just... It cracks me up how Eitri's with 2 giant women I think she's the two biggest girls, at least for greens.
Pretty much.
Dogger is definitely one of the biggest girls in the green pool, that's for sure.
Yeah, by the way, would it weird anyone out if Dagger is more muscular than Thor? Because when you say that, it feels super weird. But when you look at Thor's stomach, she's actually not like... Those aren't abs. Or they're not as clearly defined as Dagger's. Like, you can't hide Dagger's. So we've seen like images today where like Dagger and Thor are working out, but Dagger's the one who's more deezed. It's weird.
I mean, I guess God of War versus a straight up giant.
Right. That's so weird. That's such a weird thing to think about. All right. Anyways, enough small talk. Blech. Enough small talk. Let's start. We have the youthful sage Eitri with 37 HP, 41 attack, 29 speed, 30 defense, and 31 res. Yeah, that looks really identical.
Like how her speed, def, res count up.
Yeah, they just go one up a piece.
Yeah.
Order.
So Eitri is a 168 BST Green Mage Flyer. Thinking that the Green Mage Flyers catch up to armors from Gen 1 is stupid. That said, she has an attack super boon, and then HP speed and defense super banes.
HP, speed, and defense super pains.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a rip. That's
Yeah.
easy to be upset.
Ugh, man, imagine going minus HP and you have a 33 HP unit in 2021. Almost 22.
Yeah.
Whew.
That's a weird
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah, that HP is low.
All right, but with that said, though, plus attack, at the very least, she got that much. I
Yeah,
actually thought
45
if she...
attack.
Huh? Yeah, 45 attack. I actually thought she might get plus speed, because we did talk about this yesterday. She actually could surprise you with her speed. It's like a Flame Emperor situation, right? If you super boon your Flame Emperor for speed, and then you just build Flame Emperor all for speed, all of a sudden he has like 50-something speed.
Yeah, either Flame Emperor or, more notoriously at this point, Prom.
Legendary Crom, yeah.
Right.
But she
Right.
actually beats both of them in speed, even without a super boon.
Yep.
So
Now, of course, Crom is Crom, so he has other ways to be broken, but still.
Yeah.
yeah, and she actually gets 4 speed from her B skill, so she can actually stack it up to a decent level, even if you're not focusing everything into it. It's surprisingly easy to start stacking bit by bit. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Still, it's
Yeah.
kind of unfortunate it just isn't straight here. That said, though, quick refresher on what she offers. What the heck? Why is this so blurry? Why
is
are
that?
all the images so blurry? Oh, no, there you go.
That's not so bad.
Source?
Oh yeah, they're way better.
Okay, so real quick, for those who forgot, she has Grim Broker, which is attack plus 3, enables cancel 2 during turns 1 through 4. If you initiates combat or is not adjacent to an ally, inflicts attack res -6 on foe during combat. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. Very nice. A very clean little weapon. It's not.
Second Hey Not Noms of the Day lol.
Gee, Bill, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, because it's the second stream of the day. Okay, but you know, it's funny. In 2021, it feels like it's not a lot. It looks like a lot because of Kanto, right? But it's actually not a lot. It is just, what, 3 abilities? Attack was 3. Yeah, guarantee follow-up
The
attack.
debuff and the follow-up, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically just a straightforward follow-up perf with Kanto on top.
Right.
I think it would have 2 effects, or potentially 2 more effects, if Kanto was not a thing on it. I think that accounts for a lot of...
Have one more primary effect,
Well,
but
yeah,
that
one
is
more-
what Kanto
maybe
is.
one more
primary
yeah.
effect.
But, mhm.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's fine, honestly, because that's very clean for what she is. Dragon Fang is whatever. Attack res level 4 is always nice to have, which, by the way, isn't attack res level 4 kind of rare?
Not that common, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's common.
Isn't it on Fallen Julia?
Yeah, it's on Fallen Julia. I know. I can remember that. But
Is that it? Because I only other hero I remember was attack res level 3, which would be Young Leon,
I have
and
5 units actually.
it's on
in
5?
Legendary.
Wow.
Fallen Julia, Legendary Lilina. You don't use that. Fallen Male Morgan, I guess, and then Gunthra from a remix.
Ah, true. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of rare, but it's nice to have another hero with it. Not that I'm... But if you did follow her, that's attack res level 4 plus attack res range 3. Wow. That's actually really good.
It's actually really good for, I don't know who, but really good.
It's good for like a mage flyer who's all about magical bulk. Like for I guess for the 2 people who would build someone like Sophia, maybe.
I guess.
I want a happy birthday
It's a
for
niche
Solo
set of
from Nom.
skills, but I mean, Rain in particular, I don't think anybody can complain about.
Wait.
Eh?
Solnar, is it your birthday? He says, I want a happy birthday for Solo from Noms. Wait, is it actually your birthday? There's no way. If it is your birthday, I will do that for you, but... Are you... I'm struggling to believe you. I'm doing B-Day stream in 2 hours. For real, it is his birthday. Wow. All right, I'll do it. Oh, crap. Wait, how old are you going to be, Solnar? 24 hours? What the heck? Well...
24-hour stream. Oh, damn.
Boomer years old. Okay, fine. You don't have to tell me. Happy birthday, Solnar. This is so weird. When you put me on... all of a sudden, I don't remember how to sing happy birthdays. Okay, well... Have you asked him for RTX yet? Of course. Crap. I could definitely sing it. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Solidar. Happy birthday to you. Yay! You're old now.
Congrats.
24-hour stream to celebrate your birthday. Are you sure that's you celebrating? 24-hour streams are pretty rough.
Whoa. Yeah.
It seems like a celebration until you get several hours in, and then more and more hours, and then you realize, oh, it's not really a celebration.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm sure you could speak from experience on that one.
Yeah, well, all of my 24-hour streams have been for charity, but yeah, happy birthday, man. All right, let's keep going. It's okay. It's to thank my viewers. All right, I'll definitely show up. If you're starting in 2 hours, yeah, I'll be up. Actually, if someone misses a 24-hour stream, they better have like somebody dying in their family, because if it's for 24 hours, how do you miss it? Okay, with that said, Divine Recreation is also here. At start combat, if foes' HP is over 50%, inflicts attack speed, defense, res -4 on foe during combat, reduces damage from foe's first attack during combat by 30%, and boosts units' next attack by total damage reduced. Just like Nyx, and it resets at end of combat. Also kind of like Ice Mirror and Dragon Fang, I guess.
Yep.
The dragon, negating Fang? Yeah.
Sorry.
Negating Fang.
Yeah, Negating Fang. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Taking all sources of reduction, including that special B slot, but other things can activate it, like Niffle's Domain of Ice or Flame Reduction. All that still works as well.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It works very similarly to Ganuga Gap.
Yep.
But people are saying, or at least I've seen some people saying that it's kind of like a direct power creep of prescience on Micaiah.
Depends on how you look at it. So, for those who forget, prescience on Legendary Micaiah is attack res -5 guaranteed with if unit initiates or is against a ranged foe. 30% damage reduction flat, and that's it. So,
I feel like this condition is easier to meet, though. You don't need to initiate.
What?
Hmm?
Prescience's condition is literally if I'm not in a literal dying scenario, I get it.
Well, this one you can get it. You can get in pretty
much HP, but the second your foe is somewhat weakened. But my big gripe with these conditions is that, let's say you're, for example, facing a let's say 40% HP threshold. What would be a good
40%?
Right. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just putting out a hypothetical. Like, say 17 HP out of 40. It's hard to say, actually, but like a God Sword, for example. Like Legendary Marth. Let's say Legendary Marth is below 50%. Eitri can't kill him. And then he doesn't she doesn't have damage reduction to get right through him at that point. So
But why would she? Be,
That's a weird
why would she be
situation,
trying to
anyways,
kill
because I
her?
think she'd be
I'm
dead
trying
anyways. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's. I mean, I'm just trying to think of a hypothetical, but it's kind of difficult. Like,
I've always found the foe injury conditions pretty easy, as long as they're not 100%. I found them pretty simple to. I mean, 100% I find is pretty strict. 75% is doable. It can be a little annoying sometimes, but it's generally okay. And 50%, like the atrocity in this, is. I find it pretty rare that it doesn't work. Actually.
Yeah.
pretty generous, but I just will say, as far as like the prescience argument in particular goes, it can be a threshold that is possible to cheese, especially
So
when it comes to her survivability.
The only time I think what you're saying is extremely valid is in Ether Raid's offense when you have a Bolt Tower and all of a sudden the Bolt Tower has knocked everybody.
Right.
Yeah, but that's a rare situation, and because she's not an Ether Raid hero, I'm more okay with it.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
she's
in an
kind of
arena situation, it's not a big deal. But
I mean, I kind of see her as being an arena unit that can a mythic in arena clothing, where you can kind of just use her in Ether Raid.
All right.
can use her in Ether Raid's offense. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right.
Wait a second, she's fire, right?
Yeah, she's fire.
You would run her Lilna if you did an Ether Raids team with
Well, the
fire
only problem
legends.
is at that point you would ironically stop her threshold because Lilina will chip everybody too low.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Doing all the AOE, so no.
Yeah. All right. Either way, it's fine. I wouldn't change that skill anyways.
I would never change
It's
that
not that big of a deal.
No, don't
Yeah.
take it off.
So-
No mistake. I would never, ever. That skill is the best skill you could possibly put because one thing, of course, mage flyers they suck for inheritance.
Yep.
There's like trace, and that's it.
Yep. And you would not take Trace here. So moving on. This just came out. Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so we now know Eitri has a really firm kit. Obviously, just switch her special to Glimmer because she has so much res down that she does so much damage anyways. And I think there have been talk to give her Miracle, but it's really hard to set up. But honestly, I think it's Glimmer. Glimmer,
Yeah.
Ruptured Sky is what I would recommend, but
Pretty
yeah,
much.
it's just...
Ruptured Sky, because you're lowering their attack so much, it can be a little less consistent.
Well,
but-
Yeah. No, it's mostly for dragons and beasts. I wouldn't... Because Eitri hits so hard, I don't think she really cares.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
would you really want to use Ether or Blue Flame?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if you're running her in arena as a +10 unit, absolutely you should.
Her
run
full
Ruptured Sky. I mean, you
50%
kind of
HB
you don't really have
condition
much
is
of a
kind of
choice.
moot, since
Yeah.
she's pretty much
That's
excluded
more
for
so.
2
I
blows,
mean,
doesn't do
I guess
it
at that
in
point
LL.
you could just run
Yep.
Ether because I don't think Eitri's special matters much.
Yeah, I
I
honestly
guess,
don't think
but-
she needs it very often.
I mean, might as well have it on a little quicker cooldown though. So,
Okay, so honestly, I still think cheapest option is Glimmer, and that's the one that makes the most sense. So
I'm gonna
it's
do
up to people, but
Yep.
not
if I get her,
that
I'll
big of a
put
deal.
Glimmer on her.
Yep.
All right. More importantly, I think everyone knows why she's so good. She can hit, run, take a lot of damage, survive. She's really, really strong, and she'll be really, really annoying to deal with. Very much good for arena purposes. And is it confirmed how much she scores as?
Unless I'm mistaken, the threshold just went up recently with Claw hitting 185. Am I right on that? It should be 185 still, I think.
But with her B skill, she would score 190.
Oh yeah, she scores 190 in total, but I don't think that the actual dual effect is increased.
You
Okay,
sure
fair
it's
enough.
not 190?
I'm not sure if there's no news on it or there's nothing
If there's-
saying it.
Nothing saying it yet. So...
I might be thinking of Duo.
Duo went up,
Duo
but I don't
has.
think Legendary has. I haven't, or at least nobody said anything about it, so I kind of doubt it.
Okay, so in that case, okay, yeah, it is. She's 185 scores is 190 with her B.
Yep.
Dual effect doesn't increase until February. Great. I'm not looking forward to that. Okay, that's fine. Either way, because of her perf B skill, she's going to be one of the best scorers. So I think you're going to see a lot of Eitris, which, by the way, I'm really fine with because if she does use a rally, she's going to retreat, and that actually really opens up things to be easier for the player. So she's actually one of the heroes I'm much more okay with seeing a lot of. And while she has
Yeah.
30 defense and 31 res, and she has damage reduction and damage down, yeah, I mean, if she's the last one you fight, I think you'll be fine. She can't take 2 battles, so you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I will be totally honest, as much as, again, not to keep bringing up Micaiah, but as much as Micaiah looks like she might be worse, I'm much more afraid of fighting Arena. Because she's going to be much more direct, she has good meta coverage in her effectiveness, colorless, so you can't just use the triangle against her. couple of small disadvantages in Eitri's favor, but well, against Eitri, but still.
I think that
Very-
honestly, more Micaiah's threat is just having her armor cap effectiveness.
Well, yeah,
That makes her more
but
scary. Yeah.
Eitri has defense Kanto, and especially Arena is rough.
Well,
but
yeah, that's
I will
where she
say,
gets her a little bit.
on the one bright side for Eitri, it only lasts 4 turns, so if you wait too long, she will stop cheesing herself, and you'll have to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
So keep that in mind.
Okay, so you said to not bring up more Micaiahs, but let's do exactly that.
Oh.
Our first
Okay.
comparison will be Micaiah.
All right.
Oh, this is the wrong screen. Yeah, it's kind of weird to do it like this. Oh, whoa. I think I need there you go. Okay. Our first comparison is Micaiah. Fair enough. Because, wow, if you look at those stats, they're so close. Outside of the defense. But if you look at those stats, they're actually so close.
In attack and HP, they're very similar.
All right, so 38 HP to 37, 1 point advantage for Micaiah. 42 attack, 41, 1 point advantage for Micaiah. 31 speed versus 29, 2 point advantage for Micaiah. And then 11 point advantage for Micaiah on defense for 19 versus 30.
For HP.
And then 41 res versus 31. Yeah, it was so close for HP, attack, and speed. And then defense and res, it looks like a higher focus on res for Micaiah, and then a higher focus on balance from Eitri.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they basically they dumped it almost exactly proportionately. Like 11 more defense for Eitri and 10 more res for Micaiah. So it's swapping them to make them balanced.
Yep. Basically, are you looking for a total mix, or are you looking for a res-focused mix? Because both are not slow. Like, slow, but Micaiah has a little more res tanking focus.
Yeah. And I think both of them are as flawed as each other, because Micaiah really doesn't want to use Nelsie Disrupt, but she kind of should. But
Yeah.
that gives up pre-science, which sucks, and Eitri can't even use it.
Nulsi is only for Ether raids, and even then, I'd actually argue, I mean, maybe this is just a hot take, but I think Nulsi isn't always the hot stuff in Ether raids, just because you might overkill. And healers themselves, I personally believe, are not the most threatening with this big boost.
I actually beat a +10 Vector last week because I bypassed Vector with Veronica and she killed Peony. But no, you have to be really careful. If you're not, your placement's not perfect, and you don't have null seat, it actually can lead to losses.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair. That is still, I mean, if no C, I think is more niche, but no follow-up, for example, is something that is absolutely
Is more important, yes.
lacking. So I will definitely agree there. Micaiah is no perfect unit. I don't think anybody can argue that.
Yep.
But she does have her advantages in consistency. The focus on res can be potentially more useful in some cases.
Mhm.
And of course, that dual effectiveness, I don't think anybody is ever complaining about it.
Yeah, it's universally very useful. Or I mean, it won't be useful in every matchup, but it'll make certain matchups really, really heavily in her favor, which is nice.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. I have to first laugh at Vic. Vic says, wait, WTF, Eitri's not a mythic hero. You were here yesterday. You were here yesterday. What are you talking about? Yes, she's a legendary.
Checked, Vic.
Yep.
I'm so surprised Vic doesn't know that, because he was here. What the heck? Okay. Alright, my guy. Also, steady impact is not a bad option for Eitri. I agree. If she can't kill them, but she hits so hard, man.
I feel like
Impact
mirror
in general
impact
are
or
just
sturdy
good for-
would work.
I
Too.
think impacts in general are just good for Eitri.
Yep.
Gets rid of the one flaw you realistically have where you're getting double.
Fair enough, yeah. I do think impact's also really good on her. But she already wants to be soloed because of her weapon, so...
Yeah,
if
keeping
you run
attack
one
as
solo, might as well
solo
run
is-
3.
It's just
Yeah.
fine, yeah.
Also true. You can...
You could run like attack
wanna
defense
go.
solo and the seal to even it up.
True. If you want to just
Also,
fully stack it to speed, you could run like Blade Session with Steady Impact or like Swift Sparrow 3. Something like that.
Yeah.
Or Solo 4.
I agree. Also, Vic says, I was so sure she'd be Mythic, so I didn't bother to check the blessing. I don't blame you. And also, before someone goes like, oh, well, she's not, you know, she's not a god or anything, therefore she's a legendary hero. When did Regan become a god? You know?
When did Odor become a god?
The godly odor, yes.
Right, so there, I don't know. The distinction between Mythics and Legendary, I think with this banner especially, you kind of just see, like, there's no real distinction. It's just whatever IS wants is what it looks like now.
Yeah, it's very fuzzy. It's very fuzzy.
Okay, who's the next hero we're checking out?
I think that there's one very blatant one that we can choose. Yun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I wanted personally. I wanted Eitri to be the Yun replacement.
She can be. I mean, she'll make a much better combat unit than Yun because of having actual bonus stats or
Yeah.
Right.
less stats.
Or the problem with Yoon is that isn't Chaos Manifest just attack +3, and if there's a penalty on the foe, she gets a guaranteed follow-up attack?
And attack +6.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's really dumb because at this point you can see how much worse Yun is. Because Eitri basically has everything Yun has plus more. I guess she doesn't have debuffs, but she's just way better as a unit with way less setup, with way more attack. With actually, we're about to see that. So let's do comparison first. 38 HP versus 37. Congratulations, you beat her by 1, and that's the only thing you do better. Okay, so 33 attack versus 41, 8-point advantage for Eitri. 27 versus 29, 2-point advantage for Eitri. 15 defense versus 30, 15-point advantage for Eitri, and
Literally
37
double.
res. Oh, actually, she does have more res. Barely, but it doesn't really
Yun
matter.
does- well, 6 is pretty substantial considering Gap and Dragonflowers, but
But Yoon's
Yeah.
weapon does like attack -6, so
no, it does not.
Eitri basically makes that up, except for the flowers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so Eitri does end up having... And then considering that Eitri has a bulk-oriented B slot, yeah, it's no contest.
You want to know something? I have like a +3, +4 Yun. I never use her anymore. In fact, I don't even
so
remember.
bad.
Is she ever even a bonus hero anymore?
Yeah,
I
she
don't
is.
see
Yeah,
her.
yep, she is. You just don't see her very often because she's freaking
She's not-
terrible.
I think that she's actually still a competent unit as, like, somebody to use.
If you have a debuff team, and you have
if
steady
run a
impact.
debuff team, and you completely invest into her, yes. But if you're just like, if you're
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to use Yoon as like a couple merges, and like, oh, I'll give her like a nice couple skills here and there, like it's just she's not gonna.
I actually still use her sometimes as, like, I can
Wow.
use her as, like, a total carry in AA, for example. Like, she's
Oh
still
well,
holds
in
up.
Arena Assault, I'm sure she can do okay, but
Yeah, I mean, in Ether's
Oh,
defense,
I'll use her
I
in
don't
AA,
think-
yes.
I don't think most offensive units can hold up in AA, let alone Mythics. So there's that. But I think Yun still holds up better than she really should. But there's no contest here.
Wait, better than she really should. She's not really holding up, but all right.
I mean,
Better
I
than she
know that
should with 33 attack. I'll just
at
put
the
it that
very
way.
least, she has her C skill is somewhat supportive in nature as compared to like if she were completely a combat mythic, she'd be even worse. So
Yeah. You're not...
Okay, but
It's not leave. I'll just put it that way.
I was
It's not.
hoping Eitri would be a defensive hero because she would just be a direct replacement for Yoon, a much better hero.
Well,
well, Yun's
Unless she's
remix
Emma.
is gonna be next year, I imagine. So
yeah. Yun's also...
Have we ever gotten a Mythic remix?
well, we
we-
haven't gotten to that
it's
point
not
yet.
confirmed, but we would be pretty.
I think
soon.
it's an expectation. I agree with that, but I don't know how long this is going to take.
Well, considering we
Yes.
still have a few more legendary heroes to remix before we get to
uh,
aired release.
You-
without-
do you
we'll
guys
leave it to
realize
though.
if they add Mythic remixes as well, how long is this going to be?
I mean, I'm not complaining if it's a while because realistically, do I want to see Legendary Micaiah remix in 2 years? Or rather, Legendary Sigurd remix in 2 years? No.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I just think it'll take a very long time. All right, who else is a good comparison?
Let me see here. I thought I had somebody, and I can't remember now. There's not. Looking at the fire, you know what? Because fire legendary hero, let's look at Celica, our other
Really?
green mage for fire season.
Okay.
I know that they're
Uh,
not the most similar, but it's some good perspective considering that now they're at odds with each other.
Okay, well this one's a bit weird because Celica is a speed green mage, which by the way, for the longest time, she was the green mage. It was her and Thrasher for the longest time. There wasn't much competition.
Remember that?
Yeah. And then when Young Mara came in, we're like, oh, there's a trifecta now. But yeah, it feels so weird. But this was a top tier green mage. So we have it.
Lewin got his refined, so.
Right. Until Lewin got his refined. 40 HP versus 37, 3-point advantage for Celica. 38 attack versus 41, 3-point advantage for Eitri. 38 speed versus 29, 9-point advantage for Celica. 18 defense versus 30, 12-point advantage for Eitri. 28 res versus 31, 3-point advantage for Eitri. So, Eitri, unless you need natural speed, and I guess Celica technically, it's partial null follow, right? With her B slot?
It's full null follow.
It's guaranteed.
It's full null follow.
But the desperation
I always get mixed up on this.
Is Desperation 3. It's not like a more lenient version or anything.
Yeah, it's desperate. It's literally just desperation.
Yeah, literally just combining
with the
NFU and
follow-up.
Desperation. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
she's still a good unit. She just takes some setup for her to hit her stride, but she still hits pretty hard. And yeah, it's just Eitri has that defense to her, and unless you definitely need that natural speed, because Eitri has auto doubles on her, so unless she's going up against Wary Fighter, and even with Wary Fighter, she might still break through depending on how slow they are.
See, now here's the comical part. Because Reigns and her natural B slot add stats that Celica can't otherwise acquire unless she gets rid of Soul Sophia, Eitri gets 8 more speed through her kit than Celica can. Meaning that she has like 37 speed versus Celica's 38. 41.
Wait, how are you calculating this?
Between her B slot and if you run attack speed rain or speed res rain, anything like that, you get an extra 8 speed. Celica can't
But that's
get.
not
Well, technically, Celica could also run, joint
run
drive speed.
Yeah, I guess you can run joint drive, but it's not as easy to proc as rain.
Okay.
But yeah,
but you're counting a C skill when Celica doesn't have that in the equation, so it's
Right.
kinda,
Well, yeah, but it's only joint drive in Celica's case, whereas rain is guaranteed. So
Or I mean, you could run attack speed menace on Celica.
yeah, but you could also just buff.
Okay.
The point is,
The point is, yes, go
the
ahead.
point is, Eitri is able to at least not like exceptionally well keep up, but she isn't like absolutely destroyed in speed as it may initially seem.
Not quite as much as you think. Yeah.
Mostly
Right.
because Solo Zofia and her tome do not add much speed, if at all. Because all she gets is speed plus 3 from her tome. That's it.
Right, fair enough. Well, she will get her Legendary Remix sometime soon, but we're still waiting for Roy, so it's going to be a while.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Takes
not
some
going to
time.
be probably until, like, summer.
Late next
almost.
year, or maybe mid next year. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll probably be,
Yeah.
like, almost summer 2022, but then we get to, like, a remix. If at all. Well, if even. So.
Yes, we know that she has attack speed, if it's just buffing, just straight up buffing is not as important, because you can just buff up other
Yeah.
heroes.
Yeah.
Buffs and debuffs are not innate stats to a unit. Those are things that you could technically replicate if you had to with other units. So, there's that.
Okay, but I think there isn't anybody else. It would just be a bunch of Micaiahs if we're serious here.
I'm thinking...
Yeah.
there
Actually,
has to-
Green Micaiah actually is the closest
That is
Oh,
a
I guess-
main hero.
Yeah, kind of makes sense actually. Green Flyer at that.
Yeah.
I think there might be an interesting one here. We could also come back to.
Which Micaiah is it?
It's like
Brave.
Brave something, Brave
Yeah,
Bane or
I'll tell you. Off the top of my head.
Bre-
It
What
might
the
not
heck?
be Brave.
There is no Brave in her title.
wait, there isn't?
Summer's Dawn? Nope.
Not that
Radiant Queen? Nope. Queen of Dawn. There you go. Jeez, there's no Brave in it.
Oh, huh. A lot of characters do.
one.
Like,
Not every Brave hero has Brave in their title, to be fair.
not everyone. Yeah.
Okay, I think this is the very close comparison, because Brave Micaiah has 36 HP versus 37, 1 point advantage for Eitri, 37 attack versus 41, 4 point advantage for Eitri, 28 speed versus 29, 1 point advantage for Eitri. Wow, she's just smoking her. 17 defense versus 30, so 13 point advantage for Eitri, and then 37 res versus 31, 6 point advantage for Micaiah. So just like Yoon, which by the way, she was basically just Yoon anyways, so
Just a
Yeah.
bad, ironically.
you know. Now, she
Yeah.
did get her Legendary Hero Remix, so this is a very fair comparison, because Micaiah is not expected to get any better now.
Yeah. This is true. Although Micaiah did get a pretty solid refine. I'm not gonna lie about
Yeah,
that.
it was solid. People undersold it, but it helped her quite a bit.
Yeah, no, I think she's solid. I think she's really good, actually. I actually considered using Micaiah in my Catria Ball because I feel like if she doubles, she will smoke a lot of units.
I'm inclined to agree. Those stats are no joke, and neither is all follow-up.
Yep. Okay. Yeah?
Here's an interesting one that we can do. Sophia, specifically the Halloween one.
Sophia? Okay.
That would be something Cobweb in her name. Cobweb Prophet, I think.
Hi, Pantsu. What the heck is your picture I'm sorry. I don't usually call people out. Is your picture actually just straight up Pantsu?
I can't see the pictures on the description here because that person hasn't typed in chat, but
I saw the small image. No, it's not. It's not. I was worried for a moment. Oh wait, you guys can see it too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought I looked because I have it on my activity feed. I saw it and I was just like, wait a second, do you actually have Pantsuit as your profile picture? Sorry, I had to check it out. I'm sorry.
Thank you for the introspect into your setup.
Okay. Anyways, I'm sorry. What were we doing?
we're comparing Halloween Sophia and Eitri.
Okay, yeah. All right, there she is. Halloween Sophia. Wait, why'd you think of Halloween Sophia? I guess I can see it. I guess. So 37 HP versus 37 HP. Tie. 38 attack versus 41. 3-point advantage for Eitri. 23 speed versus 29. 6-point advantage for Eitri. 27 defense versus 30. 3-point advantage for Eitri. And 42 res. Holy crap. That's right. She has 42 res base.
Yeah, she's really bulky.
Yeah, versus 31. And that's an 11-point advantage for Sophia. I guess she has res.
Otherwise, she's just she basically takes a little bit from Eitri's stats and puts it into her res instead. They're both about the closest you'll get to mixed tank mage flyers in this meta, or this day and age, rather. There's not exactly a lot of high defense mage flyers, after all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess that's a fair one to end it off on, because Eitri really doesn't have comparables. Her closest one, I do believe, was Yoon, and then Micaiah's, and that's it. I think those were the closest things, absolutely. But yeah, that's to speak to her pedigree and how useful she's going to be. Yep. Because she's going to be good.
Yeah. The balance is the most unique part, to say nothing for B-Slot. Like, she just has some very unusual aspects that make her quite appealing, I have to say.
Yep.
Say nothing, Kanto and Arena.
Phantom, I hope you realize people have been sending me this image forever now. Gotta put it on the screen.
I have to think about what that image is.
Yeah, yeah. Seriously, people have been sending this to me forever now. Don't worry, I've seen this. I've seen this so many times.
Yep.
All right, let us move on to the next hero. And let me switch songs too.
I'm currently listening to Black and White 2 music.
And I'm listening to Mystery Dungeon music. Hey.
Wow, you Pokemon fools. I actually can't wait to buy crap. Diamond. What is
Diamond.
it?
Brilliant Diamond.
Brilliant Diamond. I actually can't wait.
Forget. I cannot wait to most likely lose to you because I do not have a serious team. Unless,
okay.
Unless.
I don't have one yet, but I'm gonna be working on it.
Too bad you don't know who Dio is because you don't watch JoJo's. Sigma Sensei, how can you say... I literally told you guys on stream about my experience with JoJo, which is to say my roommate sat me down during summer and we watched one entire arc of JoJo, and afterwards I like predicted everything that would happen, and he just stared at me and just smiled at me because it was just so like stereotypical. And yeah, no, I do know who JoJo is. I do know who Dio is. I watched an entire arc.
If you watch the first couple arcs, they're basically the most generic arc. Like, it gets very generic for the first couple arcs. That was when you were finding his footing.
Right. So, don't come at me with this crap. I know what I'm looking at.
Name a better pair, Sigma Sensei and throwing out baseless accusations.
Exactly.
Hey, you're not doing Fae Reddit. Hey, you don't know JoJo's.
Is Nim's gonna do battles of chat like he did with Smash? No, I don't think you guys would enjoy it. It would be very slow. Pokemon battles, I actually can't even watch them. It's so slow.
I mean, it's only about, you can only go up to 20 minutes now.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah.
They needed to time that shit because I could never watch
it
it.
For a while. It's actually made some people pretty angry because it's.
I'm not a huge fan of it, but God, some battles are even I admit some battles are way too long.
Yeah, because that's the reason I can't watch it. Like it's so if I can't watch it, I don't think you guys can watch it. I mean, as a streamer, you only do stuff you can enjoy, and if I think it's too slow, then I can't even do that.
I'm pretty sure.
As long as it's not a stall team. A stall team can take advantage of that, which I hate. But other than that, I don't mind it. So
20-minute timer sucks. Not enough time. See, that's what I mean. Like, yeah, I get it. Like, it's competitive. So I like for Smash, for example. Like, I'll use all 6 minutes if I have to. I don't care. But that's the thing. Like, it doesn't make it a good watch. It's one thing to compete in it, and it's the other thing to watch it.
Dude, you mentioned an arc. It couldn't have been an arc without Dio. You failed to catch memes based on the events of the first parts/seasons.
Okay, by that logic, I can't even talk about it because I haven't watched all of JoJo. Oh wait, watching all of JoJo is a very, very difficult task. How long is it now? How many years has it been?
New season is coming out.
Yeah, so
almost up to this part 6. Part 6 comes out very soon.
Right. So do you want to really what do you want here? I watched an arc. Okay, I don't want to watch the entire damn thing just so I can recognize a meme. Which, by the way, there should be no question. Does this actually need an explanation? Come on. Ugh. All right.
Besides, that's in the first arc, so obviously.
Yeah, it's early in the first arc.
I don't know where you're coming at me with, but no, I know what I'm looking at, so don't worry about that. Okay, moving on. Pepega's side, War God Thor. Here she is with 40 HP, 44 attack, 19 speed, 41 defense, and 34 res. Very good hero.
Min-max to hell and back.
Ridiculously high attack. That said, Thor is a 178 BST Axe Flyer with Defense Super Boon, HP Attack Super Banes.
Yeah, no luck with the Super Boon on HP. I mean, on attack.
Yeah. Just pray you don't get minus attack and you'll be all okay.
I'm so surprised. She doesn't have a... But it's 44 base, so what the heck am I telling you?
I mean, it
would be pushing it a little bit to give it a super...
Wait, Wait, is she the highest attack tying?
No. Degensia, Brave Edelgard, Pirate Surtur, and Dedu had
at
more.
45, right?
Yeah, at 45.
They're 45 base?
But none of them have super boons in it, if I remember correctly.
They all have super banes, or nothing. Yeah. That said, nobody had 44, so Thor has the exclusive honor of that tier.
Huh.
Yeah. Of all people, Dedu has more base attack than Thor. And of course, there's a Dragonflower gap to consider.
Feels weird, man. But at least Thor has all doubles, so there you go.
Yep. Just gonna have less attack than Brave Edelgard in total. I mean, who cares?
Alright, with that said, though, yeah, 44, I mean, if they gave her a super boon, honestly, it would just tie for highest attack, right? So it wouldn't have been that big of a deal, but looks like another IS decision. With that said, though, at least super boon in defense, I mean, heck, if she had it in res 2, it would be really good. But 45 defense base as a possibility, that's amazing. I would still probably go for plus attack, unless you're Gale Forcing, because she hits so hard.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you don't want to overkill with Gale Force, I probably wouldn't bother with plus attack, but otherwise, yeah. That attack is just nasty, and there's no reason not to keep going.
Mm-hmm. Oh crap! Let's go over her skills really quickly, just to remind everybody. I still have this image up. I will look her up at the end of this, guys. I don't know who she is.
I wonder.
Also, Sigma, Christ, man. I think everybody knows what this is. Don't worry about it. What? Alright, here you are. Alright, so, Wargom Mjolnir, as a quick refresher, is slaying, effect against armor foes. At start of combat, if units HP is with 25%, basically guaranteed. Attack +6 to unit during combat. Puts attack -6 on foe during combat. Unit makes guaranteed follow-up attack. And also, if unit is not adjacent to an ally, neutralizes foes' bonuses during combat. That is a very modern weapon. How many different skills is that?
Let's see. 1, 2,
4,
3.
5.
If you count the attack buff and debuff as one effect, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Yep.
I wouldn't, because attack up and attack down is very different. But yeah, it's.
Okay, well, I guess
I would not. I wouldn't count it because then attack def -6 would be 2 effects. Attack up and attack down is just attack def -6 with the extra steps.
Well, no, it's attack defense plus.
Right, no,
attack
but
defense
some
plus
heroes don't
6.
drop enemy stats, and they only increase their own stats, and it's not the same.
Well, attack +6, attack -6. It's just semantically the same. It effectively is the same thing. It's just how you approach it.
Kind of, right? Because attack defense
Similar.
+5, for example, is not as good as attack defense -5
Well, yes.
for a physical hero.
Yes, though in any case, it's still stat buff. It's the same
Okay,
effect.
fine. Alright, anyways, it doesn't really matter, but the point is, that's very modern because huge stat augmentations. Actually, you guys do realize at this point, with all heroes increasing attack, decreasing attack by so much, so if, for example, if this ever happened, Eitri attacks Thor, attack res -6 versus attack +6, attack -6. It just nullifies each other.
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah. These weapons are gonna basically start canceling each other out. If not, I mean, they already do, but yeah, it's basically the point
Right.
we're at.
The only heroes that get screwed by this, Gen 1 heroes who don't have this stuff.
Yeah. Perps matter more than stats at this point. Even if you have cool stats, if you don't have a perf to back it up, you're at best using the admittedly not terrible inheritables, but you're still at a disadvantage for the most part.
Yeah, actually, one of the low life were pointing out, Spendthrift effect. It's basically better Spendthrift. Right? No
Same
negative
as
parts of it.
characters.
Yeah, and I guess a lot of other heroes have something similar at this point too.
Yeah. I guess the best design for it is for heavy blade checking, but you wouldn't use
In this
it.
case, he doesn't need it. I
Yeah.
go to her allies.
But that's the primary purpose I see in just inflicting attack -6 on foes. This is for attack checks in particular.
You know, Worldbreaker aside, I thought she was setting herself up to become a Gale Forcer, like with
Yep.
Heavy Blade. I thought that was the intention. But no,
Yep.
she just straight up doesn't even need it, so that's kind of amazing.
Yeah, they gave her the tools to be a heavy blade abuser without having to actually need it. Kind of silly.
Alright, there's also Bonfire, Attack Defense Push 4, and more importantly, Flow Guard 3, which if unit initiates combat, neutralizes effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks and inflicts special cooling charge -1 on foe per attack during combat, which is extremely nice because it takes away Guard's stupid criteria of 80%, which, by the way, if she went plus defense, she probably keeps it anyways. But no, there's no criteria here outside of if you initiate.
Yep.
And it has partial null follow-up, which is really nice.
Yep. It's pretty for anybody who intends to player phase of the Cav Fire. And by the way, it's the same inheritance restrictions as Flow Refresh. So only Sword Axe Glance, Flyers, and Cavaliers. But if you plan on using them in the player phase in any capacity, this is probably just going to be one of your best options, period. I mean,
Okay.
now there's also the competition of Trace and Lull, but you would never use Guard ever again.
Yeah.
Well, Flow Guard is also nice because, or I guess nice in comparison to Flow Refresh in the sense that you could be actually saving that HP from tanking a special. Sure,
Yep.
Flow Refresh could add the HP after combat, but Guard might just save you from taking like 20 extra points of damage, and thus you
Or
actually are
It
more
saves you, period, because
Or
a
saves
lot
you,
of heroes
yeah,
nowadays just
right,
nuke
entirely.
you.
But I just meant in the event that you'd survive. Anyway,
Right.
Flow Guard could still like actually.
No, I think Flow Refresh is dead now. There's no point to go for it. I mean, it's hard to get Flow Guard, but once they put more Flow Guards out there, you would take Flow Guard over Refresh almost every time.
If you have a guard weapon, you would take it. Period.
Right.
Yeah, unless you have guard already, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's a very rare small pool of heroes.
Yeah, like Ellie Wood, for example, would want Flow Refresh because he has Blazing Durandal, but not a lot of candidates.
That's true.
All right.
And I still think it'd be an okay substitute if you really can't get Flow Guard and you happen to have fodder for Flow Refresh. It's not the end of the world.
Flow Guard is still fine, but
Flow Refresh, right?
Yeah.
Isn't Flow Refresh on two? I mean, at least one pretty good unit. I like Odor. Cheetah doesn't really matter.
I actually kind of like Cheetah as a unit, but yeah,
I
it's
pulled
just
her recently. I'm kind of. I haven't used her that much, so I don't really know entirely. But
yeah, it's just on those two though, and inevitably it will be on more units, but for the time being, it isn't. So,
Okay.
Yep.
So Thor, at this point, is pretty clear cut. Gale Forcing is her. I think that's where she reaches her potential as a Gale Forcer. Obviously, you can use her as whatever you want because a high defense, high attack hero who's really well min-max, even has really respectable res. She's going to tank a lot of things, support your team, and be an all-around great unit for any. No, seriously, any Astra team. Like, where would you? Who would not take her at this point?
Literally, probably only like she is in the same echelons as Regan, Plumeria, as far as Astra Mythics go, in versatility and overall viability.
Right.
You're basically just getting, at the bare minimum, a Brave Lucina that is just better. Like, period. It's just better.
Yep.
her support will make her age a lot better than a lot of the other mythics as well. Kind of like Plumeria and Reagan with their support, they've aged really well. So.
Yep.
Exactly.
I mean, Reagan technically isn't support, but she has that unique utility that you can't get anywhere else. So.
Exactly.
But I think Thor is much more impressive because for some people, they don't have a clear-cut Edogar killer. And not just a Edogar killer. Multiple Edogar teams are becoming more and more common. And yeah, Thor would handle them easily. Like for me, most of my teams can handle one Edogar, but when it comes to now, that's where things start getting iffy. But if you have one Thor, you'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I've never had actual issues with Edelgard, but, like, near saves, for example, are becoming more meta for Either's defense, and Thor would almost unquestionably break through every single one of them.
Right, she's a tank buster.
She's a total tank buster that doesn't occupy a normal unit slot, so you can use her more often and with more team options in mind, rather than having to build a team of tank busting specifically.
Actually, with how well she's min-max, I don't think she's going to miss having Eitri stats. Like, it's not... It'd be nice to have it, but you won't need it, because her attack and defense are already so high.
Yeah, no, I don't... Speaking from experience in using Uller, who doesn't have bulk, but has great offenses, you don't necessarily need mythic buffs all the time.
Yep.
You can often get by without them.
Yep. Okay, so I'm really glad about Thor. I would have her utility on the level of... maybe just past that of Dagger. I would equivalize it like that. And I consider Dagger essential, to be honest. Well, she's not essential, but I use her on every team I can. Whenever I can use her, I'll use her.
Basically, I wouldn't say she's as universally versatile as, like, Regan with her hit and runs, or...
Not quite as universally useful.
But I still
close.
think that most teams, if not all teams, that for some people will be made by Thor. And at the bare minimum, she's just a very nice luxury. Like, can you really go wrong with Worldbreaker?
I agree. Okay, so who would we compare her to?
Morgan.
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
All right, cool. Hazel, it's been a while. Nice seeing you. I hate how they're lad from afar and last from afar.
The female Morgan is devoted darkness. I just checked that.
Yeah. All right. Because they're all just called Morgan.
Yep. Morgan and Morgan and Morgan and Morgan.
Okay, guys. So Morgan time with 40 HP versus 40. Wow, matched up. 39 attack versus 44. That feels weird. Morgan's getting out attacked.
Dramatically.
Yeah. And that's nice. 39 versus 44. 5-point advantage for Thor. 17 speed versus 19 speed. 2-point advantage for Thor. 41 defense versus 41. What the heck? Match. And 35 res versus 34. So 1-point advantage for Morgan. Actually, Thor is just way better Morgan.
Well, not
Yeah, when
way,
you have-
I mean, she just has more attack, and that's...
Well, here's the thing. If Morgan doesn't get the debuffs off, she's in trouble. Thor doesn't have such
Or
a...
just
Well, yeah,
buffs.
Thor can just...
Morgan can also just buff herself.
Yes, but Morgan gets 2 of her effects, or 2 primary effects, blocking doubles and guaranteeing her own double.
Yeah, like,
if she gets her buff.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, Morgan gets her everything War God Mjolnir does except armor effectiveness and dull for very little, because of the auto follow-up comes up pretty quickly.
Yeah, and she gets the guard effect as well, which Thor
Yeah.
can only get from her beast line. So
Yeah. Now, of course, World Breaker, there's no competing with that, and Thor does have an easier time, technically, but Fallen Female Morgan is not, like, completely jobless at this point. Though,
Jobless,
she's
okay.
unemployed. She's been put out on the street.
though I will say, the fact that Morgan is a BST bin behind, which is weird to think about, all that goes into Thor's attack, and it shows.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. Another one got mentioned, and I think this is really accurate. Outside of the fact it's Cav versus infantry, Cav versus flyer. Yeah, this is a very good matchup. So Veronica's quite old now, so I wouldn't even fault her, but 38 HP versus 40, so 2-point advantage for Thor. 39 attack versus 44. Again, another 39 attack hero. 5-point advantage for Thor. 19 speed versus 19 speed match. 36 defense versus 41 defense.
Ouch.
It feels weird for Veronica to get out defense. That was her calling card.
I mean, to be fair, 36 isn't exactly awesome, but still, that's...
But for a Cav, it's pretty impressive.
Well, at her time, it was actually ridiculous.
Yeah, for a Cav, especially,
Yeah,
it was pretty
Cav,
stupid,
yeah.
but still, in today's standards.
Yeah, with everything, no, but with everything, like her entire kit in mind, she was actually like, all of a sudden you couldn't kill her physically. It was really interesting what she is. But yeah, 36 versus 41, 5-point advantage for Thor, and then 29 res versus 34, 5-point advantage for Thor. Yeah, they basically just took the archetype of Veronica, added 5 more attack, 5 more defense, and 5 more res. Is that really what
More
they
HP.
did?
Okay, I see you. I see you, IS. I see how you plan on doing this.
Yeah, they just like copied Veronica and just, okay, sure.
Don't make
That's
your homework
weird.
too similar.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, but obviously Veronica's Cav, so she does move 1 extra. But Thor does have World Breaker, so yeah.
And most units are just gonna get trounced by World Breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Veronica needs to be solo of her to double, right? So
Yeah, I mean, on the other hand, Thor needs to be solo for a lol, but yeah,
That's
the
not
doll
as
is
important, I would
Probably
say.
the least important part of her kit. I'd
yeah,
say.
it's what I would consider the bonus effect that a lot of units are getting nowadays, like Larsae, for example, Thor. They get an extra effect on top that doesn't necessarily affect their primary performance, but it's 2 conditions to get an extra little sprinkle on top, just to make them a little nicer, but it's not mandatory.
all right, this is a good one as well. The Ninja Muscle. Yeah, actually.
That's a good one, actually.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about Levitating.
Because the closest comparable in terms of green is actually Levitating, isn't it? Or Flying Axer. There is no. But that's it. So, with 41 HP versus 40, 1-point advantage for Levitating, 42 attack versus 44. Wow! Despite how old Levitating is, that's actually really... I mean, I have Levitating. I used to use her a lot more, but wow, this is only a 2-point advantage for Thor. 18 speed versus 19, 1-point advantage for Thor, 37 defense versus 41, 4-point advantage for Thor, and then 34 res versus 34 match. Thor is better. Yeah, she's better across the board outside of 1 HP, but it's interesting.
It's not like it, I mean, the defense is pretty considerable, but it's not like it's a huge like gap between them. Remarkably, Levitate.
Yeah. Other than defense, Levitate is very similar.
Yeah, she holds up remarkably well.
And her weapon it's a dual phase brain effect with half of a blade tome.
Yep.
It's a blade axe. That's right.
The blade brave axe. It's actually really good.
Or does it wait? Is it half of the blade tome effect?
50%.
It is.
Yeah.
But it's.
But still.
But
She
still,
gets
yeah,
to attack
brave
twice
doesn't hold
immediately,
that.
and that's really good. And that blade tome
Yeah.
effect is still pretty good. So that's why I think Levitine still matches up really well. That's kind of crazy that she still does. This is, wow.
Good on you, actually. Now, this one's gonna be funny. Brave Edelgard.
What? Why?
Doo-doo-doo.
Are you picking a fight? The Destrian Emperor herself. Let's match her up. 46 HP versus 40, 6-point advantage for Edelgard. 45 attack versus 44, 1-point advantage for Edelgard. Wow, actually, I forgot her attack was that high. What the
Yeah,
heck?
you kind of forget
Yeah,
sometimes that Edelgard
It
is
was
actually
weird when I first
the
saw
highest
that.
attack.
When
I
she was
sometimes
first
forget it.
released, I was like, what?
Yeah, I just forget sometimes. Edelgard actually has the highest attack in Heroes.
Yeah.
Kind of sticks in my mind.
Yeah, she doesn't have a super boon, which most. She has a super boon in defense, which is why most people go for attack in defense, which is what I did as well. So yeah, it's nice to see that. 16 speed versus 19 speed, 3-point advantage for Thor, 43 defense versus 41, 2-point advantage for Edelgard, and 35 res versus 34, 1-point advantage for Edelgard. Well, that's insane. She's actually, outside of speed, just better across the board, but it is armor versus flyer. But then again, she teleports around anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. No, Edelgard definitely is just like an armored Thor. Like, they're that close in almost every stat. But it's not too far off outside of the HP, which is interesting to say that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Edelgard still gets basically free follow-ups and attack def -6 on its Lang, so she emulates enough to at least be comparable to Thor. Especially when you consider that Steady Breath Seal is a thing. So, Edelgard still holds up plenty well, even against the God of War herself.
I'm glad about that. I thought there was something else here.
I had no ulterior motives. Definitely
Okay. Is there anybody else though? Because I am out of ideas.
not. This is a weird one because it's like, huh?
Oh, you're right.
Oh,
Right, I see it. Evan's in chat. We got it. That's right. The perfect comparison. Wow.
oh man.
This is great. Thanks for existing, Evan. All right, no, sorry. Seriously, what are we comparing?
I was thinking
Who has
Ashera.
better muscles? Oh, as far as what?
Better muscles. What?
I thought you were saying what are we comparing with Gunter? What did you just say? Dex?
I said we could compare Thor to Ashera. Because they're both Astra mythics. I know it's gonna be kind of sad.
I'm crazy sometimes. I'm not
What
that
the
crazy.
heck?
Ashera has literally nothing comparable to Thor except Rise.
It's okay. You know, you've built some good faith up, Dex. Way to waste it on this, but that's fine. So, what are we looking at here?
I meant to say no, that's not who I meant. I meant to say Altina.
Oh,
I,
it's like what the
that's a little
fuck?
more reasonable.
I meant I don't know why
There's
I said Ashera. I meant to say
literally
Altina.
nothing comparable. between these two.
Okay, I was wondering why you were so like so adamant.
I was wondering what in the world did you see here?
No. Yeah, the A ending in A.
I mean, yes, they both hit hard. Congratulations. You don't even see that in the stats.
I'm gonna assume you meant duel. So
Yeah, we'll just do the better Altina.
we can do the better one. That's fine.
you meant, I guess that technically,
They're
All right,
both
we'll do
at-
duel.
they're both- Yeah.
But the stat difference is so big at that point. So, 42 HP versus 40, 2-point advantage for Altina, 40 attack versus 44, 4-point advantage for Thor, 18 speed versus 19, 1 point advantage for Thor, but none of that matters. 37 defense versus 41, 4 point advantage for Thor, and then 39 res versus 34, 5 point advantage for Altina. Altina's still so good. You know, I consider Altina the best hero in Fire Emblem Heroes.
You still feel that way, huh?
Until Edelgard got released.
Oh,
Yeah,
of course.
that's
yeah.
it's hard to continue to believe that at that point. Still, she's a top 3 hero in my books. Still scores well. Still so devastating. Can do everything in the game. Still a great hero.
Yeah, I'm willing to agree with that.
Yep.
All right,
But,
fine. Let's do the
yeah.
other Altina because I want to see what you saw.
Well,
Well, I was
What
doing,
the heck? Whoops.
I was doing it because they were astromythics.
yeah,
with an
because let's
offensive
be
focus.
honest, if you have the choice between Altina and Thor, and you will, Altina, then you have absolutely no reason to ever look back.
Yeah, I really don't think you would do this. She, oh man, when she first came out from A Hero Rising, everyone got a free copy. Do you remember how dominant she was? She would actually wipe out entire teams.
Yep. The meta was not quite ready for Altina, but by the time it was, Altina was in shambles.
Yeah, I don't quite think she's been like, I don't quite think she's bad or power crept or all that stuff because I think she's still pretty good. It's
It's
just
still good, but
you
when
can't
don't
use
have
her
the
as a team sweeper like before because just
No.
too much
think-
time.
She's a good Wings of Mercy follow-up unit, in my opinion. Like, she can be very good for getting some pickoffs because still having a dual-phase Brave Sword is great in almost any case.
Mhm.
And in the worst case, you do get steady. You can just use if you use Thor with Altina, then she can fire off Twin Blades on her second hit now reliably.
That's true,
Oh,
actually.
that's true. Yeah.
They actually are very good for each other.
And Twin Blades has aged well, so...
Yeah, the first Deadeye special before Deadeye was Deadeye.
All right.
Yeah. Tellius, yet again.
But as far as the stats go, woof.
But I think that's all the heroes to compare. I've been hearing some dumb suggestions, like Ashera, but outside of that, yeah, I think we got all the really meaningful comparisons here, you guys. But what do you think of the two heroes? I normally don't ask for ratings because it's not fair for the heroes, but when you're this good, why the heck not? I honestly think Thor is perfect.
I think
There's
Thor
no
is
such thing
an
as a
absolute,
perfect hero, but as good as you can make a hero.
yeah, I'd say Thor is a minimum 9 out of 10 for an Astro Mythic. Minimum.
Absolutely.
Right, because there's no hero in the game that's like God. I think Edelgard's the closest thing, but she has a bunch of weaknesses. Well, not a bunch, but enough weaknesses that people can exploit. But Thor, when you think about it in terms of what you're looking for from an Astro hero, she has everything you want. Everything.
Dance.
Okay, well, I mean, if you have dance, you give up the offensive potential, so I don't quite value it that way. But I see what you mean. She can't do literally everything. But no, I think she's a 10 out of 10 unit. If you get her, you will use her. And in terms of fodder, Flow Guard is just so ridiculously good, you would just take it anyways. So
You can take it with attack, defense, push 4 pretty easily, because...
Thank you, Violent.
Right.
3, yeah, Violent, yeah.
And Lex.
Right. So that's why I think she's a 10 out of 10 unit, guys. S tier fodder, S tier usage. In terms of scoring, wait, what is her total BST again?
178. She'll score decent. She doesn't need a duel.
She scores 180, yeah.
Yeah,
So
she
she'll
still
actually
scores
score
180.
better than like one of those old mythics with the dual skills. She'll actually just score better than them because they only can score 175. So
Right, so not perfect scoring, but still good enough that you can still carry this into your arena teams, especially if you have plus 10 legendaries. So, yeah, I think she's a 10 out of 10. But for Eitri, actually, I want to hear from you guys first. What would you rate Thor?
Thor, I already mentioned.
Yeah,
9 out of 10 minimum.
yeah, I'd say
If not
around
10.
9 out of 10.
I would even say 10 out of 10 potentially, but if I were to go 10 out of 10, I would need to see Trace. Like, I think with Trace is when she really becomes the most versatile support. And that point, at least in my opinion.
Okay, I can see the argument there.
But
And I can see why Ice didn't do it.
yeah, yeah. Imagine this.
You
thing
don't
with
need
no
every
upgrade.
unit to have everything.
Yeah,
It's the year 2022. Everyone has Trace.
I'm waiting for
Starting
Near
to feel
Trace.
like that.
Near Trace is ridiculously good and underrated in offense.
Yeah. All right. Well, that said, with Eitri, however, well, this is harder because she's not necessary. She's fun. She replaces Yoon outside debuffing. 8.5, I think, out of 10. The foddering is quite a bit more questionable. I mean, it's attack res level 4 plus attack res rain, but it's a weird combination for who exactly would take that. And yeah, but I think she's still an excellent unit, and she scores well enough to use in arena. And if you can use her in Ether Raid's offense, she'll be pretty good as well. Actually, if you just smite her in, get a kill, and just retreat, it's actually so stupid.
Either 8 or 8.5. I'm not entirely sure which one, but
I'd probably say 8, and the only reason I would say that is because among fire legendaries, she does have some pretty tough matchups, such as like
that's
Lina,
true.
for example.
Yeah. Lina
Right.
annihilates her. Yeah.
So that and Marth, to say nothing of Marth.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
Lecter too.
Oh yeah,
Does
Hector.
pretty- well, he does pretty well against her. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my only reason for putting her down. That and of course the fact that archers are still a prevailing weakness in arena for her. But
Though the entire point of the demonstration for her was to show that archers can't beat her.
they can't beat her. They can't beat her realistically, but it's still not pleasant when you don't have
Right.
Iodes and when you can't use Iodes. So there's that. But
Yeah.
otherwise, Kanto utility is king in arena. I think that it's such a powerful tool, especially in player hands.
Yeah.
Fantastic mythic substitute for both offense and defense. Fodder's a little mediocre, but very flexible unit as well, which I think is
Yeah.
one of the biggest booms. So there's a lot going for Eitri. Just a couple things that are more worth considering than like with Thor, where you can literally there's no question yet. Realistically, if you got Thor, you'd be in perfect shape.
Yeah. So, needless to say, I think it's absolute recommend for this banner. Green, absolutely. Red, absolutely. Honestly, if I were a returning player to the game, which was something that got brought up today, I would just pull on every color. Sniping would be great and all, but there's no wrong answer here. I think the weakest link probably... It depends on whether you have Not and how much you value Not and how much you value Dimitri, I guess, is where this goes.
Realistically, it is all on if Note is necessary or not, because Note is one of the best mythics, period, but Dimitri's are not that necessary in general.
Right.
They're not necessary. They can be helpful, but
Yeah. Yeah, and of
Okay.
course the fodder there isn't amazing. But, yeah. So,
All right, but
wow.
great heroes, and I think that's his Datamine. Is there more stuff?
All I think there is the arena, next Ether Raid season. Technically, we'll know that's in 4 minutes, but after this Astral season, next season will be Tactics Room Structure bonus, and our option units will be Peony and Yoon. Just when you think Yoon is in bonus, there she is. Followed by Leg Yarn and Company from the Tellius banner. Flame Emperor Legendary Edelgard, and then Fjorm will be our 2 bonus units.
Okay, chat, I want you to know that's really good that we're getting so little news, because that basically guarantees the Fae channel.
Yep. I mean, I would hope so. It's the start of a book.
yeah, I mean, well, the Fate Channel, when has that historically come out? Like on the start of the
that's what I wanted to know last time.
Weird. I believe last time it literally came out a couple hours before Datamine.
Yeah, and actually, that's right. There was an
Maintenance
update
period.
patch. They said, like, I remember because I was rewatching reaction videos of it, like maybe a month ago, and
How bored are you?
well, no, I wanted to. I just wanted to revisit that feeling of like that we were.
Oh, that
getting close
excitement,
to
yeah.
book. Well, the excited feeling because we're at like the close of book 5, and I wanted to remember what it was like at the beginning. But yeah, it was Faye in the update was like it was like right after the maintenance period. You can start playing book 5. So it was like maybe 6 hours or so probably after the Faye channel. when the
Yep,
book
it was
dropped.
a very weird times. But I
Yeah,
don't
but
think that's how it was 2 years ago. if I'm
No,
not
yeah, that
mistaken.
hasn't been consistent at all.
So, at this point, it's actually hard to say when anything.
But early December basically is any time before like
The 7th.
guess
It
the
has to be
7th?
before
Yeah.
the 7th.
yeah. So within the next like week, basically,
Yep.
as of tomorrow. Yeah.
Which, by the way, have fun with summoning. It starts in 2 minutes. The banner starts in 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Hi, post CA, Drek Vark, Glitch Fox. Wait, weren't you already following? But alright.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, I don't think it shows up if you refollow. Which is good, because I don't want someone to like follow, unfollow, follow, unfollow.
Yeah. God knows people would do that a lot if they
Yep.
had the option to make it show up again.
Good night, Dragor.
Hey,
Alright,
Legion,
2
where-
minutes.
What?
Where are the Abyssal Ruins in black and white? I'm listening to the soundtrack, but I forgot. where they
Abyssal
were.
Ruins are in that water city on the right side that you go
yeah.
to Undella Town.
Okay, that's what I
you
thought.
dive.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wasn't sure, but okay.
Dive next to Undella Town. It's a
I
post game.
remember that. I remember that so vaguely.
Not post game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but yeah.
Yeah, that's where you get like the relic crown and all that cool stuff.
Yeah, you can sell them for like a shit ton of money. Yeah.
Yep. Or you could be like me and hoard them because they're cool.
I'll probably play Pokemon on Wednesday, because that's when it should arrive.
That's awesome.
Oh, cool. Yeah. That'd be fun.
Reset! Good luck, guys.
Oh boy.
Alright.
I'm gonna do a one circle. I'm not gonna use them all at once, but
I'm definitely going to be using most of them at once, but I'm going to at least get my easy 6 orbs from Holoforms and Hero's Journey.
Ah, look at how excited she is.
she's so happy.
She's so happy.
She just wants to show everyone her.
I wish I
joy.
summoned with that enthusiasm.
Or shot people with that enthusiasm.
That's potentially dangerous, but yeah.
Ever so slightly.
I mean, yes, riding on top of a machine gun would be considered dangerous. I would agree with that.
I think it's much more than machine gun. The explosions it makes.
That's Neathalier tech for you.
Kaboom. Let's see.
There. Get my Hero's Journey orbs.
Oh damn! I didn't realize there were actually 3 of these legendary and mythic battles they haven't cleared on Abyssal yet.
Oh yeah, and by the way, Eitri and Thor share a battle.
Oh yeah, that
Like
should have.
Triandra and
Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Face.
But yeah,
Freya.
Oh, that's actually so cool. Are there reinforcements? There has to be.
obviously.
Yep.
But of course.
I would hope there are. Yeesh.
At least they're separated, because if they were side by side, that'd be so obnoxious. Yeah, they put Thor away so that World Breaker would be completely stupid.
Yeah. Ugh. World Breaker Eitri. No.
Ugh. Oh no.
No.
I mean, you can
But it does-
technically do that if it's fire season and Anima as well.
Oh yeah, you definitely could, but dear God, it looks
I
like
like
they
that-
kind of designed this like 2 factions.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, when you think about it, what the heck kind of connection do these two have?
None.
Well, Thor.
well, actually, well,
not-
kind of.
Well, Loki was.
They probably know each other, but that's about it.
Yeah. They
Fifth
probably
anniversary Faye.
probably see each other
Our
across the
Super
diner, and then maybe
Legends
give a little wave to
Thor
each other, and then go
Legend
back
Acer.
to business.
Probably not top 10.
No real relation.
I think that because of Loki, though, Loki was talking to Eitri in the story.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
they
Um,
spoke, but I don't think that's that big of a deal.
That Thor would at least know of Eitri and of what she's trying to accomplish, probably. But that's about it.
All right. Fireboy, thank you so much for 21 months. He says 5th anniversary Faye. Yup. OC Heroes rankings when? That would be a fun little project to do. Top 10 would be fun. Thor ranking in CYL probably not top 10. Yeah, you know what? Despite her being away for so long, she had so little impact in the story that no one even remembered to vote for her.
Oof.
Yeah, it wasn't like the automatic, like, oh, hey, they're not in the game, therefore everyone's gonna vote for them. Yeah, actually, I don't think people cared enough.
At this point,
Repulled Eitri, I wanted Thor. Are you actually complaining?
Wait, yeah, that's a bit of an odd flex.
I haven't gotten anything except Roche and Orochi.
Oh shit. For anyone who was wondering, we did in fact find out who she is. There she is.
What was that O for, Legion?
I guess I got fallen Dimitri.
Oh,
Oh, crats.
I don't know what I'm doing with him.
This
I
girl
think
is from
someone was
Evertale. Her name is Endless
Oh.
Astrid.
Oh yeah.
That's the girl from earlier in the stream chat. We didn't know who she was. What is this game?
The name sounds familiar, but I honestly couldn't tell you.
Me not know. Oh, I got Plumeria on my second pull. I'm happy about that.
Wow. I'm glad you guys are getting lucky.
That's just another. I think this makes mine +3. Yeah. Ooh, minus speed plus res. So I guess. But my current one's already plus attack, so.
I just want to pull another one.
I wouldn't mind ever pulling Plumeria merges.
Oh, 4-star focus Leo.
Yo, quick post.
Yo.
I think people still fodder him, which is just so sad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
sad.
always good for most people.
This is my first ever Leo on this account. Actually, I don't have any other accounts, but
Then you could just say, "This is my first ever Leo, you idiot."
Well, yeah, I know, but I did re-rolls like way back in the day. Like,
Oh.
when Faye was first around, and
You're a hoe.
I think I got him like way back then, like in like
Your
March
butt
2017.
is loose.
That was me in 2017. You can't blame me for doing some of that.
I didn't re-roll at all, and I
I never rerolled. Yeah.
I took the punches of getting 1 5-star in the course of a month.
The thing is, I wanted Lin when the game first started, and I pulled this stupid archer with white hair, and he was plus HP. And I was just like, I don't want this. And everyone's like, Nibs, you don't realize Takumi's the best thing ever. Like, okay.
I remember I actually really wanted Lin when the game first came out.
Lin was actually the one I got. My first 5-star was Lin.
Yeah,
I still remember
exactly.
those days. I was like, yeah, I hadn't played FE7 back then.
I hadn't even heard about most of the Fire. I mean, I've heard of most of the Fire Emblems, but I couldn't even tell you who most were from.
Yeah, back when Fae came out, I'd only played Fates and like maybe Awakening. I think I played Awakening, but you know.
Yo, a 3-star Balthus. I'll take that. My second one ever, so we're not exactly on the +10 train yet.
Yeah, that's the thing. I can't really say I regret +10ing an accident with a slightly inferior stat line when I've only gotten like 3 Balthuses, so.
Yeah. Nothing else yet.
Alright, no announcement?
I don't think so.
Nothing? Alright, cool.
Let's see. No announcement. Arena's reset though, of course.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there should be new heroes.
And Meet the Heroes page is updated. Yeah, last
That
night,
was
of course.
last night. That was yesterday.
I know.
Oh, it isn't the. Oh my god! Look at looks so weird without her weapon. It looks so wrong.
Oh, and her Meet the Heroes thing is actually kind of funny. Karina talks about her as if they've just met her. Like she doesn't mention anything about.
Oh yeah,
about,
how
like,
she
her being
fought
evil
life
or
and
something.
death.
Yeah, how she actually tried to kill us. Nope, none of that.
Yeah.
Oh, I got Sigurd.
Nice.
Wait, is that your
I
first
like
Sigurd?
Yeah, that's actually my first Sigurd.
Congratulations!
I
It will
my
change
first.
your life.
I really like my first
Let me just check that. I have plus res minus HP. It's actually usable.
That's usable, yeah, for sure.
I
should
will take that.
I should probably go plus attack and merge in the plus res one, right? For Plumeria.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't see any reason to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
to go
it
plus
could be a
res.
mage tank, but I would not personally consider that her primary motive.
Yeah, it's not her main. Oh, she gets HP and defense from this merge. Okay.
I don't know how I'm gonna use Sigurd. I guess I could use him my dark defense because my anima is kind of a Catria ball and he's not conducive for that kind of team. But I could definitely use him in my dark defense. Which, by the way, after using Ascended Leguard last season, man, she's good.
Yeah, best archer. I think she's very valid as a pick.
Like, I had a +6 high investment Brave Hector go against Leguard and get one-rounded. And she lived a bonfire from him. I used Water Sweep to tech. So she lived his bonfire and then still managed to two-shot.
Yeah.
Like 40 damage each hit. It was insane.
Water Sweep Leguard is actually probably a little underrated.
As long as she can actually live the shot, Water Sweep Leguard is a pretty fun tech. Into like Henriette, for example, or Far Save Dragon. And it doesn't take foddering the Grail unit, which is the best.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Yeah, I have no idea how I'm going to use Sigurd. All I know is my life is different now.
You're going to use him somehow, I know that.
I would normally deploy him, but because of my current team being a Catria ball, I can't.
That's exactly my sentiment. I can't. Because I am also using a Catria ball with Volca as my primary carry.
I saw some people posting about that in Discord earlier.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure him out, but Volca is dumb. He's just dumb.
Is it just a neutral spark copy?
Yep. And he was almost able to one-shot my Vector. My Vector.
Okay.
Yeah, I have definitely grown to respect lethality as a special, and yeah, scary
I
stuff.
want to see your team real quick then.
It's
Aw,
not
crap.
amazing because I don't have saviors yet. I mean, I do, but I don't want to. That's a panic.
You don't wanna? You seem to love using savior units, but you don't wanna?
I don't want to
okay, there.
rebless them.
Wow, that's not such a big deal. Wait, why would you still use G dual cap 4? I guess it's still a big bunch of stats, but why?
I mean, I'm cheap. I'm super cheap.
You're being so cheap, yeah.
Because of his one of every unit rule. Like, you can only fodder the second one.
Yeah, maybe someday I will, but it probably won't be for a while. I do not like this map, by the way. I've come to accept this map sucks for my particular team.
This is a bit weird. Your catapult, you're guessing double right side, but most of your team was on the left side.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
weird.
amazing in that regard, but otherwise I'd have to stagger the formation. Like I said, this map is not my favorite, and I'm anxious. I've just been updating the same map over and over again, so there's that. But what ideally is supposed to happen, because I'm going to change this anyways, Niffle attacks, gets herself killed, then Peony refreshes Duma, since he's on 7th slot, so now Peony is on the right side. And then from there, Volca warps in front of Duma and attacks whoever was in Niffle's range.
Doesn't he warp anyways because of Catria?
Well, he will afterwards. But
oh, I
if
see what you
Nipple
mean.
dies, then the attack +6 from Peony happens, or 10 rather. It's just a whole lot of attack stacking on Volca.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, if you want to see the damage output, that's all I can really demonstrate right now. Because
Right. Oh man, it's gonna be such a busy week. Start Pokemon on Wednesday. Start Blue Archive tomorrow.
Blue Archive.
Yeah, and I have to somehow during this week also finish Corpse Party. And then we played a zombie game later this week. Back for Blood. I finally bought it, installed it. And then we got the Fae channel sometime next week, right? So
yeah, if not
Oof.
later this week, it really could just be any time.
yeah, it could be this week because it's already December.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
one more day.
I don't want to think about that. But yeah, fast approaching, very fast approaching. I think I can get to 20 orbs before I run out. Let's see. So far in my experience fighting Eitri, man, when Linja can't run around her, that's enough for me to be a little worried.
There are actually a lot of gaps near the back and the sides of the map, where only flyers can go.
Yep. As per the norm with Eitri's maps, it's a lot of fire focus. There we go. Let's get that last.
Alright, I'm not gonna worry about anything. I'm probably just gonna sleep after this and then wake up and edit a video. I found out trying to stay up and edit the video at the night of is impossible for me. I'm too old for it. I don't have that young man energy anymore.
Okay, my next poll was another Sigurd.
Oh,
wow.
Oh my god.
Do you have a good IV one now? I actually had to trait through mine.
Plus attack minus speed.
Oh, okay. Well, you have a perfect IV then.
Okay.
That was fodder the other one technically.
I could technically fodder the other one now for Fatal Smoke and attack death catch.
Oh yeah, attack defense catch is now really easy fodder. Jeez.
Are you willing to? I assume you're willing to fodder a Sigurd in that case. Legion.
Legion's dead. His luck was too good.
And
yeah, I'm sure that's what happened. Oh, Eitri is a save armor on her team.
Why don't you add me, Nims? Says Happy Go Lucky. Yeah, sure. You would have to add me, Mr. Happy Go Lucky, right? I have no idea who you are. Look at these people. Who are these people, right? Who's this Gen person? Yeah, well, I'll wait for you to add me, Mr. Happy Go Lucky. So yeah, I'll keep an eye out for Mr. Happy Go Lucky. What is it? What number is it? 214.
Interesting.
Oh, come on. I only hit 4. Bruh. Who would you say you main? In Genshin? It was supposed to be Zhongli, but nowadays Zhongli is just shielding for Hu Tao, so I guess I main Hu Tao now. My first 2 wheels had no green RIP. You only have 10 orbs, right? So it wasn't going to work out anyways. It would have taken a miracle, a free pull. Good night, Noodle.
Speaking of Noodle, it seems like Noogles never shows up anymore.
What? She was here earlier today.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, she was here during Reddit. Were you here during Reddit?
I actually wasn't though. I was planning on watching.
Exactly. Funny, huh?
Well, it was because I was having dinner. So. It sometimes overlaps with dinner with this stream, not always, but sometimes.
Yeah. I'm hoping this week I can finally stream early. Like, jeez, it's so hard.
Feels bad, man.
Stabilize.
Oh, god damn it. But yeah, I really want to start Pokemon on time. And I'm actually looking forward to playing Pokemon off stream. Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited to see.
Because that's not a game that I'm not gonna grind on stream. I just do as much as I can. Like,
I don't think I
do
a lot of grinding personally.
No,
yeah. Also, I don't think Pokemon actually takes very much grinding.
Not anymore.
Especially in this game, yeah. It's EXP share is automatic, so.
Yeah.
Wait, EXP share is automatic?
The forced automatic. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, wow, that's gonna be real easy then.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, you pretty much need 0 grinding to keep up with all your party members with the levels.
How long does it take to get to the? Is this still the Elite Four? I don't remember. I never played
Yeah,
this
it's
region.
Elite Four. Yeah. They
How long
don't
does it
change
take to
the
get to Elite
until,
Four then?
Depends on how fast you're going.
Yeah.
Well, the
Depends on how
expected
many you
average
want to
time.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be like about 10 hours at least.
Gather.
At least from what I can see.
Okay, that's actually not so bad.
touch. And it depends on how much you like exploring. It depends. It may depend on how much you like the underground, which I don't think you. If you haven't played Gen 4, then you won't know much about it. So it's kind of like a free world exploring mechanic.
Yeah,
It's
I went
hard to
through
explain,
that
but it's-
extensively. So.
Yeah, I really love it. So I spend a lot of time on it. And you can find Scyther down there. So
I mean, if, depending on how fast is fast. I mean, I've heard the speedruns for this game have gotten down to like 33 minutes.
well, yeah, that's because of exploits.
That's
and
very
glitches,
Pokemon.
Well, this game is particularly filled with not necessarily normal gameplay, but still very feasible bugs.
Yes. Yeah, it's mostly you don't encounter many bugs on a regular playthrough, but if you're looking for bugs, you can certainly
You'll find them all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool though. 8 to 10. Oh crap! If I knew Arceus was a different game, I'd have pre-ordered it.
Yeah, it is.
It
Legends
is,
Arceus
but it's
comes out
not
next
coming
year.
out for another like about 2 months. So.
Yeah, but during Black Friday there was a bunch of promotions for
Oh yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. Nah, that's
Oh well, you guys will pay for it, right?
Yeah. Just ask the viewers. to
No, I
go.
still want to manage my money, even if we fundraise
Rain
for it.
outlines your fate.
Oh, Ruby, this isn't good. Ha! Time to go.
Alright, I think I missed some chats. They actually scale gym leaders to be fairly challenging, even with EXP share. That's good.
They did.
Kind of.
It's not that it's gym leaders; they're actually almost level to level. It's that the leveling itself is scaled back, so you're not leveling as quickly. Even with
And the gym leaders, the gym leaders actually have the same Pokemon and the same levels, like exactly, but their movesets are completely updated to be a lot like in Gen 4. There was still a good amount of like varied moves, but a lot of the gym leaders just didn't have good movesets, and now they have like items on all their Pokemon too.
Yep.
So
It's still harder. It's still harder,
it's
like
hard.
in a lot of ways. But I don't mean like I never had anybody. I never lost any mons, so I wouldn't say it's that bad.
no, it's not something bad really. But
I
then
will
again, keep
say-
in mind, Legion, you have more Pokemon experience. Like you have the gameplay knowledge.
Yeah,
that
I have more
not everyone
experience in
has.
using Chimchar. You're right.
Yeah.
But I will say that just expect a little bit of weirdness every now and again, because this is remaking the first two versions, not Platinum or third version. So there's a couple
Yeah.
of things that they were still learning when they made Diamond and Pearl, and those oddities will transfer. You may see
Okay.
that.
Yeah, there are a couple of them. It's not too noticeable unless you're really it's
They use items. I thought they didn't they already use items?
They use
No,
items like potions, but held items, no.
Oh yeah. These are held items that they use, as well as like potions and stuff. So they'll,
Okay.
for example, like there's this water type leader who uses this item to extend on one of his Pokemon to extend
Rain.
how long Rain Dance lasts. Yeah,
Yep.
which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
These stupid Tanukis.
Like, don't let Tanuki hear you say that.
Where the fuck? Oh god damn it!
Solidify. Order guide you.
He hears you say that in a clip somewhere. He
Rain
won't provide any
outlines your fate.
little leaks or riddles to the Nimdom.
My royal
Okay.
this isn't good.
Sorry, I ran my mouth a little bit, but hey, at least this isn't recorded or anything.
Yeah. I actually never released the video because it's just like it's gonna reference way too many things. I still think it's so weird that I don't know, with all the spoiler stuff.
Yeah, it's still a bit of a mystery as to what like what the whole story behind it is, but all we know is that's been pretty reliable. So
It feels weird because it's just like, who would leak this stuff? Does anyone see that stupid Tanuki? Where'd it go? What the hell? What? It was here and then it went somewhere. Alright, sorry. Ignore, bruh. What? I checked! Look! I looked for Happy-Go-Lucky. Where? There's Jen, Ducky, R, Celeste, and Cries. Who?
Huh.
Where's Happy-Go-Lucky?
That's me. Told me there was some guy named like Happy Go Lucky who had like a cool nickname that like he used in place of that. Huh.
Listen,
You
I'm
could
holding
probably
my
just go
spot
back.
for you, Mr. Happy-Go-Lucky. So I'm just waiting for you to add me. Happy-Go-Lucky. Oh. Where are they? Am I supposed to block this? Oh god, it's still up there. Oh, I see. Okay. He's not so happy-go-lucky right now, yeah. I do want to say though, didn't Jen boost the server so we can get back to boost 14? I do appreciate that from Jen. But Jen's never at my stream, so, you know, you'll never hear me say that, right? It's up there. Oh crap, that's too much of a climb.
I think he felt guilty about leaving before, so.
Yeah. Oh crap. No. Ah. I just missed the one up here. Jen totally isn't me. Yeah, it's not. He's not. Ivies are important too. Are they? In Pokemon? I never paid attention to it as a kid.
In PvE, yes. In PvE, no.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing one of those ROM hacks that makes the game much harder.
Oh yeah, the ROM hacks. Some ROM hacks are kind of devilish.
There it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think I'll worry too much about that stuff.
No, you don't really need to.
Unless you're battling other people, it's not a huge deal, and even then, it's all breeding.
I actually want to see if battling people is that exciting, because I never found it exciting.
Well, if you ever
It
need
can
to
be.
do a test battle, I can always set up something.
It's not like I never played Pokemon. We actually have on stream in the past on that Pokemon site. What is it called again?
Pokemon Showdown?
Showdown?
Yeah, we played before.
Oh yeah, well, Showdown is a very abbreviated experience.
Right, there's no animations and stuff, but like it's still as slow.
They're like very.
Like the actual thing is still as slow.
Well, yeah, that's a lot in part just because there's a lot of deciding going on. But I guess there's also the fact that because there's no animations, you're just watching the actual fight. You're not watching any flourish.
Yeah. There's on Abyssal difficulty, Eitri has Hardy Bearing again.
Oh, come on!
Yeah, they love doing that. And then Thor has Deflect Magic.
Oh, come on! I swear. I'm at the point where I think that every single Abyssal is designed specifically to counter Celica. In her desperation set. Every single one of them has Hardy Bearing or Deflect Magic. I don't understand.
No more Vanish sweeping. That's the point. Good night, Phantom. Thanks for dropping by, man.
No more Mage Sweeping, more like because that's the dominant strategy, and Celica was the first one to do it.
Man, I've stopped caring about GHBs because if you just use whoever you want, these things are generally really sleeper.
But
Well, the Abyssal.
PvE is not that hard. Abyssals can be a little annoying, but we have so many tools now.
Yeah,
Well,
if
yes,
you
now-
were serious about it with all the heroes nowadays, it's just yeah.
Now I've created, actually a team for it. The team I'm using right now is Plumeria, Micaiah, Brave Hector, or Legendary Micaiah, I should say, Brave Hector, and Legendary Claude. So,
Hold on, I'm just gonna go use some brain cells real quick and use Linja, Duopioni and Duopioni.
Oh yes, that sounds very
big brain
celly.
cells. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I really
Brain cells
have.
go burr.
I really have so much difficulty with the strategy. Yep.
Add Astra.
By the way, what's a Nuzlocke? People keep mentioning it, but I never remember what it is.
oh, yeah.
Nuzlocke has a couple rules. So the primary thing is you can only catch one Pokemon per route, the first one you see, and whenever a Pokemon dies, it's dead. You can't use it anymore.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's the primary way a Nuzlocke is done.
Yeah, there are a couple things you can add on to it.
Yep,
One of the common rules is you have to nickname every Pokemon.
Yep, forced nicknames. You can only use things you caught yourself, and you can't reset.
Mm-hmm.
To you know.
And if it's a party wipe, you have to start the game over again.
Yep. If you lose all your Pokemon, you lose. That's the way a Nuzlocke works.
It's kind
Obviously,
of like Fire Emblem in a sense. It's like a Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of that Iron Man concept.
Yeah, it's as hard. You can go as hardcore or as light as you want. I did a Nuzlocke, but if I lost Pokemon, I just put it away. I don't get rid of it.
Yeah, you don't need, it's not a requirement to release it.
Yeah. But if you want to make the game challenging, then Nuzlocke is most humans.
Odds reveal. See?
And some people, when they get really good at it, they say you can't use items in battle. What's the other one? Switching it to step mode, which is that's a common one.
You can't
switch. You don't get a prompt to switch when they're going to send out another Pokemon.
Yep.
So that's just good in general. But
there's an extreme list of rules that you can find on
you could.
Wikipedia, for example.
That's cool and all, but why the shit do you two know so much about it?
Because I've done some of them myself and I watched them.
Okay.
Pokemon is my favorite above Fire Emblem.
It is? Wow, I never would have expected that.
Yeah.
Your name is Subtonian and your profile picture is friggin' Legion, and you're gonna tell me Pokemon. I love Pokemon more. Okay.
Well, now it's Basque Legion, so.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's true.
That's a Legends Arc. Legion will play Legends Arc.
Rain out my by royal decree.
I was playing Pokemon while we were doing everything.
Oh, really? What Pokemon? Oh, Brilliant.
Actually, I was on Minecraft.
You were on what?
Minecraft.
Oh, Minecraft.
Let me weave you.
Oh yeah, well I like Pokemon, but I get tired of it sometimes. I definitely feel less, I find more enjoyment generally out of Fire Emblem, so.
I find more enjoyment from your mom. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I had to say it.
Your mom jokes are mandatory when you're tired, I guess.
That's funny. But
normally I voice these things out of my mind and never say it out loud, but you know what? It's okay.
No filter. But
That's good, man.
Yeah. Our friend group has plenty of people who are more than competitive enough, so I get my fill easily. But yeah, no, like my first two games were Pokemon and Fire Emblem on the Game Boy. Sapphire for Pokemon, then Sacred Stones for Fire
Oh, you're a Sapphire player too. That was my.
Yep.
That was the first Pokemon I had on GBA, which isn't saying much because I think there was only 2.
Yeah, it was little. Well, actually, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Fire Red,
Emerald.
Green. Yep, there were 5 in total, because there were also remakes. But yeah, I started with Sapphire as a gift, and then Pearl came out like a year.
What
after.
the frig? It was also a gift for me. Okay.
Yep, that's how it all started. Same with Sacred. Actually, the Sacred Stones I got in the same gift, so to say. I got them both in tandem. Figures that they would both end up being the games I play the most.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
My first Pokemon was Soul Silver. Ah, look at you.
That was my second one, I think.
That was my 4th, probably. I was just
my first
one by that.
My first was Pearl, then it was Soul Silver, and then it was, I want to say, White, I think? Yeah.
It feels so weird for them to have these remake Pokemon games because It feels like they're gonna make the remake of the remake Pokemon games because they're so old. At
They
this
already
point.
do that. That's what Let's Go
They did
is.
that with yeah, Let's Go. I've never played Let's Go, but the gameplay I've seen of it, I have not been impressed by it.
I actually
Wow.
think Let's Go is a pretty solid game, as long as you don't treat it as a mainline. I think it's actually pretty good.
I could see it still being fun. Yeah, as long as reading it as a mainline, I feel like is what leads to its downfall. But
How do I even...
Ugh.
Okay, ironically, I think the actual hardest thing about Ninja sweeping Eitri and Thor is the Spendthrift Archer, not Eitri. This is weird.
well, I'm in kind of an awkward spot here. I'm like boxed into a corner in Eitri. I have to kill her, but then everything else will kill me if I kill her with Claude. So
How's Gen 1 Pokemon fans there since the start? Casey, I love Gen 1, but I couldn't keep up with all of it.
Pokemon Blue is my second game, ironically.
Pokemon Red, though, will always be legendary. Do you guys remember, like, on the playground, people, like, Game Boys? Well, some of you guys are way too young for Game Boys. But, like, yeah, that was the first Pokemon game I own, actually. Pokemon Red, and then somebody swam to it from me. Or stole it. Which I forgot which one it was.
there we go. This will come.
Wings of darkness.
I think I have everyone I had, but all of them were gifts until probably White.
Oh yeah, there's a Pokemon White.
Yeah.
Black and white. Yeah, that's
Racism
true.
Version. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that one a bit weird? Because it was like, hi, I'm God. Aren't you a Pokemon? Yes, and then you throw a Pokeball at him.
That's what. That's actually what Legends Arceus will probably end up being.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, that's weird as heck.
Even Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum didn't have that element for Arceus because it was locked behind a very. It was a Japan exclusive event. Yeah,
Very
very specific.
That event actually never released, if I'm not mistaken.
It never released it officially. Yeah. So.
Solidify.
Yeah, it was a very weird time where they
Rain
kind of
outlines
didn't know
your
what they were
fate.
doing.
Know
with
my
some of the
soul.
events.
By royal decree. This isn't good.
Actually, my first Pokemon was Crystal because it came with. I bought a green Game Boy and it came with Crystal, and I remember that so much. Like that was such a tender moment as a kid because I actually was so excited about the game that I didn't want to go to sleep. And then the next day I woke up really early, and my mom actually allowed me to keep playing it a bit before going to school. I was just like, what the heck? Because my parents are Asian and they're just like super strict on this stuff. But yeah, I remember that. My mom being nice about it and letting me play a bit extra. It was like a birthday gift, or was it a Christmas gift? It was something special was the reason for it. But yeah, I still have my Game Boy. It's the green one, and I still have Crystal, but the memory is so old it wiped itself, which is so unfortunate.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that part with GBA Game Boy Color cartridges.
Yeah, it's not even just the. It's one thing for the battery to run out and you can't like grow berries and shit. It's another thing altogether for the game to like just get wiped out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then the actual game. Yeah.
Yep.
That's why I'm pretty excited to play it on the Switch because I don't think you'll lose your progress one day.
I mean, if you lose
like
Cloud, that's pretty much the only way. But yeah, no, it's much more stable. Even if there is a certain charm to playing it on the Wii.
This is order.
But yeah, needless to say, the nostalgia to come back from this, even if I still own it. I still have it. I know where it is.
I think I sold mine like a long time ago.
You sold it? How much did you sell for?
Oh, it was to GameStop, so it was like.
Oh, you're an idiot.
Yeah,
Never mind. You don't even have to tell me. They probably gave you a wad of bubblegum. You're like, oh, I'm so happy.
I was like, how old was I? Like 10 or something? It was more just because I wasn't using them anymore, and it was my parents wanted me to sell them. So.
Yikes.
So of all the possible choices, it was GameStop. Do you
Well, yeah,
even
we
remember
learned-
how much it was?
we
Did
learned-
they even give you money back?
I think they gave for like for.
It was-
one of the
They probably
games-
told you, we'll give you this credit thing. Yes, take
think-
it.
I think
It's
I got,
like money,
$20
but better.
for one of them, but-
$20 is actually more impressive than I thought.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
actually it wasn't quite as bad as
Considering that's about 50.
Wait, you got that's actually pretty good. $20. Obviously, that's a ripoff in today's today, but
Yeah.
wow, I'm
Considering you could just sell it
surprised.
at MSRP, that's still a ripoff, but
Yeah, if I were the GameStop manager and I met Little Dex trying to sell me a Pokemon game, my goodness, I give you a wad of bubblegum and try to convince you this is the best bubblegum ever.
Oh god, I was never into bubblegum, so that wouldn't work.
I remember one time selling a game to them for 96 cents. Never did it again.
God, that's a scarring experience.
Oh,
I mean, on the other hand, sometimes the stuff you can buy from them that people have sold to them is actually pretty cheap, so there's a slight benefit there. But
I
then you're
understand.
just secondhand scamming people.
Yeah. Feels good,
have I
man.
ever played Pokemon Stadium? Yes. On the N64 was so cool, but I never owned an N64. But yes, it's. I think. Yeah.
I actually just got it not too long ago, and I need to play that at some point.
Pokemon Coliseum is so cool, guys. That's one of the reasons why I want it, because it's like Pokemon on a main console. Oh boy, that's so
I
different.
just got
Actually,
a
a
total of
really
3 on
good
Tempest
Pokemon
Fodder.
game at
I
that.
call this a victory roll.
I really need to play those.
Yeah, if I ever wait a second, Mister, I'm a huge fan of Pokemon. I really need to play those. That
I
doesn't
didn't
line
have
up.
them. I have all the mobile titles. I did not have the console ones until this past year. Because I didn't have an N64 to begin with, and the GameCube was kind of just in purgatory. I did have the console one for the Wii, because the
Wait, why don't
Wii
you just
is
emulate it? It's not like there's a benefit to playing it on actual hardware.
I like
This realm is-
authenticity.
Okay.
Nims, you were making that argument a little bit ago with the older Fire Emblem games. I remember when
Wait,
you were
what?
like, well, remember when you were saying, well, you know, what if people don't want to, you know, emulate the old Fire Emblem games, or why should they feel obligated to do that?
If you ever
Like the ones that
it's
haven't been.
I do
that
like
argument is different because it's on Nintendo because they don't want to release these games.
Well, yeah, they
Well,
actually.
yeah, I mean, I still think
They don't even
have
give us the
respect
option.
for
That's the
that.
problem.
You have no
Yeah.
choice. If I have the choice, I'd rather try to at least get the physical one, unless it's Path of Radiance or Radiant Dawn.
Yeah, well, that's the argument that I was making though. Back when I seem to remember you saying that it was still like not great to have to emulate them. And I was
Yeah,
like,
I didn't
well,
like that
mean, there's-
idea because it's Nintendo being stupid. It's not like they can't. They could literally put a team of 5 people on it and get it out within a month, but they won't.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree it's on Nintendo, but I don't think it's a bad thing to emulate it, because I mean, what other choice do you have?
Yeah.
They really need to take the Sega approach, which is to like get every game onto Android or PC, which I fully agree with because it's
You will
literally
probably not
sitting
do
there.
on that.
It's free money. You've already made the game.
Just don't take the Rockstar approach, and you'll be fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
don't promise a remake or something and just butcher it. That's different.
rain outlines your
Whoops.
by royal decree.
A lot of people aren't very happy.
I actually watched a technical breakdown of it. It's atrocious because it's like impossible for these guys not to know what they were doing.
They literally ported the game and then just quote unquote up
Let
the
me read
crash.
you a verse. Midnight
And
Yeah.
including all the bugs that were already there to begin with. Plus new ones. Yeah. I remember watching a video where somebody would literally just crash the game to the point of being irreparable for that save file just by drinking soda. Yeah. It's a tragedy.
Oof.
Pokemon XD actually is really cool. I actually
Oh,
wanted
I've heard
to.
that that's actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, both Coliseum and XG are some of the best traditional Pokemon games, and they're on the main console. And thus
Although
they're
they do
very
have
effective.
They have a lot of non-traditional elements, though.
Oh yeah, they're double battles exclusively.
Yeah. And they have exclusive items and equipment and moves and stuff like
Yep.
that.
Not moves. Well, yeah, moves. It was
Some
shadow.
moves, yeah.
But-
Yeah.
Yeah, those two games are really cool, but not easy to get. I noticed. I had to do a little bit of squirming room for that. But
I thought you were going to say something about squid, and I I've been tainted by Squid Game into thinking anything that's about squid is Squid Game.
Shut up.
Squid Game is the greatest thing ever.
That you'll never stop hearing about.
Actually, I'm so surprised it's got so big. It's an interesting concept, but it's still surprising.
It's still, I'm sure it's probably a good watch, but it's just not. I don't know. Once something gets a certain level of hype, it just feels like.
You're a hater. I get it.
No, I don't. No, I have nothing against it. I just don't think that. Once something gets, it's like Among Us. Like liking Among Us is not. Like sure, it's
liking Among Us is illegal. I understand.
Yeah, it's fine to like. It's just when everyone likes something so much, and it becomes such a cultural sensation. It feels like talking about it a lot just becomes like a sort of like whirlpool of like, hey, I like it. Oh, I like it. Hey, it's you heard about this? Oh.
So going back to what I was saying originally, so you're a hater. I get it.
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah, I that's exactly what I said. I absolutely hate it, and I would never watch Squid Game. It's terrible. Hate it.
You're a hater.
Definitely.
Yep, exactly. That's exact. Thank you for clarifying your position. So
yeah, glad we could get that settled.
AC, you got Shadow Dragon for $50. That's actually a bargain in the sense of today. But like, man, can you imagine paying $50 for that game?
That's about what I've seen it going for. I think Shadow Dragon's on the average like 50 to 60.
Yeah, everything's so expensive.
Yeah, if not 80. Don't even get me started on the 30th anniversary of FE1. That price has dropped. It's still $80 to $100 for that. Nope. Not doing it.
Do DS games even cost $50 naturally? Like,
no, they're supposed to be 30.
Yeah, that's insane,
30,
right?
And 3DS was like 40, right?
Yeah. So
remember, emulation's good if it was morally good if it's in the Nintendo game. You know, as an adult, it feels bad to like do emulation because you're like, well, your excuse as a kid is that you can't afford it. What's your excuse as an adult?
But I still can't afford it.
The time has finally come to use my full raid guarantee in arena.
Violet grass is a plant that enjoys a moist environment and is best.
Yeah, you could get like cart only of Shadow Dragon for like
$40. If you should choose
$40.
to pick any, be sure to store them appropriately.
Body Sweeper, you're such a villain. You have to even put the coffin. Your excuse as a result is that you still can't afford it. I mean, it's true for like, yeah, half of Radiant series is just dumb. But Tellius makes sense because they legitimately didn't even make 1 million copies of that game. Well, no, I think they did make 1 million copies, but they did make more than 1 million copies at the point.
Of course, as people start actually wanting to hold on to the game.
Well, now I've got a new copy.
Yeah, I am not going to do that. Not anytime soon, at least.
Well, that's really the only game Radiant Dawn that I would do that for. Because
what bothers me though is the Japanese copies are always like you can get Japanese Path of Radiance for like $100, but then if you want an English version of the game, God forbid, you're looking at least 200. It's literally twice the price just because it's a different language.
Well, at least my computer can handle Path of Radiance emulation, GameCube. So.
I would be disappointed in your computer if you can't, because Dolphin's so accurate and so it's not much emulation anymore. It's just so smooth.
Yeah.
It completely doesn't work for my computer or even my old computer, or yeah, any computer that I've tried. I tried 3 different computers with Wii emulation on Dolphin. It hasn't worked on any of them. So.
That is surprising. Oh my god, that is so surprising.
Can't explain it.
They've all been laptops, but still, it's not like a laptop doesn't.
Get yourself a PC. Laptops are not PCs.
They're not. Much as some will claim to be. Get one of those ones that has a 3070 laptop with a 3070 and then just take it out.
I mean, I'm sure at some point I'll probably want a straight up PC, but for most of what I do, a laptop is just fine. So
Yeah.
That just sounds like all you do is watch porn. Anyways, Tellius was also a really good set of games. I agree.
Yep.
Stabilize.
That's part of why they're so expensive.
My royal decree.
They were just underrated, but they're not bad.
Yeah, and then eventually they got a lot of hype around them.
Yeah, and thus the price. Like, I remember I checked the history, and it's like the price is actually pretty close to retail up until a few years ago. And then it just went straight up because, like, Heroes era, or like when Fire Emblem picked up with Awakening, the price just went up and up and up.
No, my sword.
And it'll never come down.
Solidify.
Nope. If you're gonna find an even close to bargain copy, it's gonna be gone by the time you try to click on it. Because I am almost certain there are people that are actually stalking for good prices.
I'm sad when I was poor and in college, I didn't buy a copy of Radiant Dawn from GameStop for $80 at the time. I actually have Radiant Dawn and Path of Radiance. They were birthday gifts, so I'll never sell them. But yeah, those games are actually worth a lot now.
I was not a vocal Fire Emblem fan at the time. Otherwise, I probably would have been able to get rid at least.
Odds
But
reveal.
it was just
This isn't good.
like, I played Sacred Stones, but I wasn't like, I love you to say Fire Emblem.
Fire, here's my fire.
You guys realize, like, some of us are so old. If we said we like Fire Emblem, no one would even know what we're talking about. That was so niche at the time.
I don't think anybody, even now, barely anybody might.
That's still pretty niche, that's right.
Yeah. But until Awakening came out, Fire Emblem was the... what? You played that?
No, until Awakening came out, it was just another franchise. Straight up, just another franchise.
Or, oh, it's those people from Smash, right?
Marth.
Yeah.
Yes. Nano Gear, thank you so much for the follow. Alright.
Yeah.
Well, I actually didn't do this win one.
Yeah, it was pretty nameless until then, but I still had my fun with it at the time. But I even treat it as just, it's one of my favorite games, but I don't really care about the franchise. I didn't even beat it for a while, so. So goes it.
In Nims' case, he never did.
Ah.
Huh?
Sacred Stones.
Oh, I do that with games. For example, Final Fantasy Tactics on a DS. I'm literally at the final boss, but I don't want to finish the game.
Can't relate to that.
Nope.
It's hard because it's like such a good journey that you didn't want to end, but yeah.
That would be, for me, that would be like just reading up until the last chapter of a book and then just closing it and saying, you know what, not worth it.
That's not worth it.
Speaking of not, I just pulled Dagger. I'm really happy.
Shoot.
Yes.
Wait, did you have Dagger before?
No, I did not. So I didn't.
How are
have
you
the light.
still summoning? It's like an hour since.
No,
Yeah,
I
you
wasn't
guys
summoning.
thought-
I was not summoning the whole way through. I took a break, a long break.
You took a break while summoning because it was so exhausting. I get it.
No.
Gather.
I too like to stare at the orbs that I'm supposed to summon on and think inquisitively about it. I let the stress overwhelm me as I fiddle through all the different colors before I press summon.
I mean, we do that.
I no longer have an exclamation point on special maps. Okay, that's what I was doing. I've cleared everything in the special maps now. So.
Well, I don't know. It shouldn't take that long. All right, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, I did like 5 things on Abyssal plus all of the.
Hey, summoning takes energy, don't judge Kappa.
I also did Abyssal for the orbs again.
Hey, someone takes energy. Don't be garbage.
I guess it takes something. I guess if you're like... Well, here's the thing. The reason why I summon on the final day is because that's it. Or like the final day or day. It's usually around the end of it because that's it. There's no future to it. It's not like you can like reassure yourself like, oh, I'll just wait for next time.
This realm is...
Or I'll come back in a week or something, right? Like, you can't do that.
I guess I understand that, but I tend to do like the battles, like legendary hero battles and stuff like that, on the first or second day. So
If you ever...
just because I like seeing them done.
Yeah, I usually do that as well.
I try to do that for like Arena and Arena Assault too, but I don't always do that.
I do that sometimes, but then it makes me realize at the end of the week, oh wait, I did Arena Assault 6 days
Osmanthus
ago.
wine tastes the same
Oh
as
hey, I
I
pulled the
remember.
Kenneth. That's very nice.
But where are those who share
Might as
the
well pull
memory?
a 5-star.
Alright, I'm gonna be a normal human being and sleep before 4 a.m. today.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm already pulling up that.
Alright, let's raid
Yeah.
someone and call it a night.
Alright.
You gonna finish the story you didn't finish last stream? Not tonight. I have to edit videos for tomorrow, so I gotta make sure I wake up early enough.
That's the spirit.
Who shall
I
we
pulled another
raid?
dagger. Oh,
Osmanthus
I'm just-
wine tastes the
come
same as I
on.
remember.
I had
know,
somebody
I
to
know.
share my
Where are
not having
those who
doggers.
share?
full plus speed. Ah, yes.
Wait, where is he? Did Solnar say he's gonna start streaming for his 24-hour stream? And it's his birthday, guys. It's his birthday. Solar not. He is live. I'm not following him. What is wrong with
Oh,
me?
Cruel.
Where do you want to
callous,
go
heartless.
next?
He's playing CS.
If you'd like
Guys,
to see
oh
Leroy's
my
tour
god.
spots,
Look at
I
him.
have
Isn't
a
he so
few
cute?
references.
I have a 10 out of 10 crush on Solnar.
You have a
Guys,
crush
have
on
you
his
ever seen
body.
Solnar? Look at him. He's so cute. I just want to stick my thing in his. Anyways, with that said, let's go raid him.
Okay.
It is his birthday. He was holding his mouth wide open, anyways. All right, but it is his birthday, so let's raid him and wish him happy birthday.
Pulled a 4-star focus to win.
24 hours.
My luck is insane.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across
All right, let's say happy birthday, super villain. He is a super villain. Do not doubt me there.
Happy birthday to the evilest man of all time, or in this case, small VTuber guy.
All right, but thank you guys for dropping by. It's been lots of fun. I will be back tomorrow. We're gonna do hero reviews, and I shall finally start Blue Archive. Is a hope. But yeah, look forward to that tomorrow. Okay, let's raid
Every
Solnar.
journey has its final day.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
I think Legion's already dead. All right, here we go.
Legion, are you already dead?
Second one.
Did you,
Literally the
did you just
smart
forget
player.
to leave the call?
He's picked a weird time to die.
Happy birthday. Thank you,